Hello, gang. Welcome, one and all, to the evening stream for January the 10th. It is Monday today, and we're doing another one of these. We're doing a classic game showcase with you guys right now for Wario's Woods. Hey there, mister. How's it going? Pretty Castlevania remix. Pretty Castlevania remix? Where? When? That's probably something out of Dracula New Classic that I have on this playlist. Was it this one? Oh, yeah. This was probably the one. Yeah, that was probably the one. This is Hearts of Fire from Perfect Selection Dracula New Classic, which is an album I've talked about on stream a few times. It's one of my favorite video game arrangement albums of all time. Here it is for you guys in chat if you want to search that out for yourselves. Hearts of Fire. Perfect Selection Dracula New Classic. Yeah, there that is for you guys. If you want to search this one out, I recommend the whole album. It is, I don't know, would I say it's full of bangers? Would I say it's pure fire? It's not really that kind of album. It's just good listening, you know. It's just a good time to listen to. In fact, I'll give it to you guys again here. I'll let you guys enjoy this again here while I set up the game. Boom, there's the game. And go grab my tea. Back in just a second. Alright, here we are. Welcome to another classic game showcase. It's been a while since I've done one of these. This was an idea I had for kind of a stream series to motivate me to stream during work days a little more often. So yeah, the whole idea here is for me to just show off some games that I like for you guys. Not necessarily doing full playthroughs. Not necessarily going for 100% completions or anything, but just playing a cool game for a few hours. And furthermore, trying to show off some games that I really like that you guys might not have heard of. Some stuff you might say, cult classics, hidden gems, diamonds in the rough, whatever you want to call them. And this is one of them right here. This is Wario's Woods. As lovely as this arrangement is, I think I'm gonna kill it so we can get the game music on. The music in the audio in this game is not that great. Maybe we'll tune it out partway through to put the video game arrangements back on. But for now, we'll, turn that sucker on so you guys can hear what the game sounds like in action. I usually have the game have the audio muted when I play this game on my spare time, and I play a lot of this game in my spare time. This is one of my go-tos for just like to mindlessly keep my right brain occupied while the other half, or whatever half of the brain it is, while my other half is listening to music or podcasts or YouTube videos or whatever it is on the other monitor on the other side of my brain. It's not that often that I actually just like sit down to play it for the sake of playing it, you know? It's really chill. Usually go for the metallic or... actually, have you heard Dracula... What is it? I think it's Dracula Perfect Battle. That's another Castlevania arrange album. That's another one of my favorites. It has some great rock remixes on there. Yeah, I guess if you're a fan of those, you've probably heard of that one. In particular, I think there's a fantastic... There's actually 2 albums. It's I think it's Dracula Perfect Battle 1 and 2. One of those albums has an absolutely fantastic arrangement of Bloody Tears. The rest of the album is actually kind of hit or miss for me. Anyways, this is Wario's Woods. Classically styled, shit falls from the sky puzzle game where you've got to arrange them, stack them, explode them, clear the screen is the basic idea here. I've showed this game off a couple times before on stream. In fact, I think I've even done this once before on another puzzle game showcase. But that was a while back when my classic game showcase thing had kind of a different format. So we're gonna feature this game. We're gonna play it for a little bit longer, show it off in a little bit more thorough fashion this time around. So you got a few different play modes here. The main ones we're gonna be looking at today are round game, and then we'll do a little bit of versus. Let's start out with round game, just to show off what this game is about. So as you guys can see, I've played a lot of this game. The game actually ends at round 100, but if you keep going past there, you can actually jack it up to 255, and then it just keeps going from there. The game just the game starts repeating boards after about like round 100. The game rolls the credits after round 100, and then has like 20 extra boards after that it just loops through endlessly. You can even go higher than 255, but the game stops keeping track beyond there. It doesn't really matter. You've basically beaten the game once you get to round 100. The first 10 rounds or so are actually kind of boring. So we'll just start on round 10 here. I don't think I need to show off the first 10 rounds to show you guys how this game works. I mean, honestly, we'll end up having 5 versions of the same music at this point. I remember, that reminds me, I saw a Toho album. Actually, I have a Toho album on my computer that's just like an album full of arrangements of Chirno's theme from Toho, I think it's Toho 5, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. And it's just every single track on the album is an arrangement of Chirno's theme. So yeah, this is what the game is about. We got these little critters here, and you got to explode them with these bombs. Simple enough, right? You guys have got the idea already. And then coins rain from the sky if you beat the levels fast enough. So, the critters won't explode on their own. Like you can see, we've got 3 in a row there. That's not enough to blow them up. You gotta get a bomb in there. You have to get the critters lined up at least 3 in a row with at least 1 bomb included. So that'll explode these guys, that'll explode these guys, that'll explode these guys. So there's a few different ways that you can mess with the stacks here. So you can hit the A button to pick up an entire stack of critters and bombs. You can hit the B button to just pull one out of the stack. Just pull them out one at a time. You can hit the Y button. Whoops. We'll talk about what just happened there in a second. You can hit the Y button to kick stuff along the floor, which can be pretty handy. You can press the X button to flip the stack down underneath you. So like if I have these guys here, I can hit X to flip them down underneath. And that's basically it. So it's kind of got a complex control scheme. There are 4 different ways to manipulate objects on the board. You got your lift the whole stack, lift a single object, flip the stack under you, and boot the stuff. So yeah, there's boot, and then there's that gun. Pull this guy out of the center of the stack, and then there's that gun. You can also climb up the stacks, as you might have seen me do. So you can just hold right, and you'll go climbing right up there, and you can actually either pull stuff out from the middle or pick up the whole stack. So there's me picking up the whole stack. There's me pulling one out. And you can create chains by doing slick little maneuvers like that. It's actually a little bit of a fast-paced game once you get to the later stages. Like, you have to be able to clear these critters really quickly, and there's a few things you can do to help that. So you can see, we'll talk about this on the next board. But yeah, the objective is to clear all the critters. You don't have to clear all the bombs, but you do have to clear all the critters. So the way the game is structured, as you can see on the top right, underneath Birdo there, she's pointing to that blue bar. That blue bar will slowly fill up. We're in Birdo time right now, and once the blue bar fills up, we shift into Wario time. where things get crazy. So right now you see that fairy is at the top of the screen there. He's just like magicking down bombs at us to help us clear out these critters. Pretty much just helping us out. Like, the more bombs we get, the faster we can clear out these critters. Kind of a good deal. You can hold... Oh yeah, one other thing you can do. You can hold the down button, like in most puzzle games, to make stuff drop down faster. Okay, we're in Wario time now. Our fairy buddy's gone away and been replaced with Pidgey. Is that what that guy's called? That guy was from Mario Bros. 2. I feel like his name was Pidgey, but I don't quite remember. So now he's dropping critters as well as bombs. And as you progress further through the game, he starts dropping a lot of critters. Like, he's dropping like 3 times more critters than he is bombs. Gets kind of hectic. That's fine, though. We can just get these critters out of here, and there's the win. So at the end of the level, we get these gold coins. And the faster you clear the level, the more coins you get. So if you look on the top left there, it says gold. So the number on the bottom of the gold box is how many coins I have right now, and the number on top is how many gold coins you'll get for the level. Every time the bar fills up and the game mode shifts from Birdo to Wario, you earn fewer coins. So if we can clear this level without letting that bar fill up, we get 5 coins, which is a sweet deal for us. So one other final trick you can do, and this is really important to the game, is if you get a line of 5 in a row, including the bomb, you can make a gem appear. What the gem does is it works like a bomb, and if you use the gem to clear a line, it'll actually destroy all the creatures of that color on the board, which is basically essential to clearing a lot of the later, tougher boards. In fact, pretty much the whole name of the game beyond a certain point is to just get those gems out as fast as you can. Right now we're waiting for our red. There he is. Gonna snatch that sucker out of the sky there and plunk him down. And then there's all of our blues cleared. And that's how you beat this game. Only issue with this game is why? Why not? Like, why wouldn't you? Sounds like that is your issue, Choopy. I mean, why Tetris? Why Magical Drop? Why Bust a Move? I mean, why this game instead of any of those other games? It's got like a certain character to it, where it's like... Whereas other puzzle games, you're just dropping blocks and controlling the blocks. In this game, you've actually got a character on screen, which I think is kind of unique. Like, I can't think of many other puzzle games where you're like controlling a character directly, like running back and forth and picking up and dropping things. It almost feels like a platformer, even though I was just gonna say, Magical Drop, yeah, it does the same thing. Magical Drop's the only other example I can think of. Slightly more abstract there. I guess there's a... But it's like I don't know, you can only do like 2 things in Magical Drop. You can grab bubbles, and you can toss bubbles. In this game, you can lift the stack, you can lift a single guy, you can kick stuff, you can invert the stack and flip it underneath you. It's a bit complicated, and I've seen people have a lot of difficulty with this game. In fact, when I've just, out of curiosity, I've watched some other YouTube reviews of this game to see what people think of it, and the general consensus seems to be, yeah, this game is too hard and too complicated. And I mean, I can't disagree. It's really complicated compared to most puzzle games. Which is kind of why I like it, because, I don't know, because I'm good at it for some reason. Anyways, hey there, Dalek. And I guess, hey there, Choopy. How y'all doing? We're just doing some casual stroll through the Wario Woods on this lovely January evening. It's actually not lovely. It's still really, really shitty weather outside. Reached level 53 on the NES version? Nice. And the NES version of this game, I don't know. Now that's a game, the NES version of this game is where I think why is a legitimate question. That game barely runs properly, and you've only got 2 buttons, so you got to do a bunch of weird combinations to get the different moves to work, and I don't know. I don't care for the NES version. But then the NES version adds boss fights and has a couple extra features that aren't in this version of the game. So it's like, what do you do? That's so bizarre, too. Like, why would they scrap that? Why would they remove a feature like that from the SNES version? I mean, probably because the boss fights were, like, super RNG and kind of shitty and didn't really make much sense for the type of game that this is. But still, it's boss fights, you know? How can you strip boss fights out of a video game that had boss fights in its first release? Oh, so, mister, you can only kill the pink ones with diagonals. That's later. Later on, we'll be seeing some special types of critters that can only be defeated by certain means. There's one special type of guy that can only be cleared out with diagonals, and there's another one that you have to take out twice in succession. It's like you bomb him once, and he starts blinking. And then you have to bomb him again to finish him off. If you wait too long, he stops blinking, and then you gotta bomb him again. This is the last first-party NES release. That sounds about right. This game came out in, like, what, 1994? Ding! But anyways, that's impressive of you, Dalek, to reach level 53 on the NES version. I don't know if I've made it that far on that version of the game. Would have guessed once Wario's done, it's game over. I mean, Wario will be done by the time we reach level 100. We'll get to blow him up, but good, after we clear out level 100, but got kind of a long ways to go till then. I don't know if I'm going to go all the... I don't know, maybe I'll show off level 100, like show the last batch of levels, just so you guys can see some of the crazy critters and really difficult boards in the end game, but I don't think I'm going to play through, like, all 100 levels of this game. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to play this mode for much longer. Let's maybe switch it up and do some versus after this. So, versus mode works pretty much the same way as the main game mode, with a couple twists. I've said crazy critters like 5 times so far on this stream, because I can't. I don't know, what else do you call them? They're rabbits and blobs, and they're really animated. Like, that's part of the reason why I think this game doesn't run so well on the NES, is because, like, in fact, this game has a bunch of slowdown, too, a lot of the time, once you get a lot of these things on screen. But, like, look how smooth the animation is on these guys. They've got, like, 6 frames of animation, and every single one on the screen animates. It's like, why would you do that? It's like, the SNES only has so much, can only draw so many frames. And there's a 1-up, so for every 50 gold coins you get a extra life. So if we die, we get to retry. You get a checkpoint every 5 levels. So like for every 5 levels you clear, that unlocks that level for the level select, but you know, having the 1-ups prevents you from having to redo those levels if you die at a bad time. Oh, hey there, Greg. Yeah, long time no see. Happy New Year. How'd you celebrate the New Year? I celebrated by playing all my favorite video games, like Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Legends 2 and Misadventures of Tron-Bonne. And I guess Tales of Arise, that's not exactly my favorite game, but it was mostly a good time. It was celebratory enough, you know? Winner! Okay, we're on round 22. We'll go to round 25, then switch it up to... Oh, okay, so here's a special critter. Here's a crazy critter right here. So you see these little white guys here. These guys are going to change color once we try to blow them up. Oh yeah, that's another thing you can do. If you make a chain, that'll extend your time. Or it depends on the game, like on the mode you're in. If you're in Birdo mode, it'll extend the timer. So like you see... In fact, can I set up a chain right here? Let's see if I can set up a chain. Okay, I don't know if I can set this up. I think I can set this up. Check it out. Check it out. No, I can't, because I don't have a bomb. Never mind. I fucked it up. Now we're going to Wario mode. I ruined everything. But, if I had been able to pull off a chain, that would lower the bar a little bit and extend the amount of time you get in Birdo mode. If we do a chain right here, that'll decrease the amount of time we spend in Wario mode. And yes, Dalek, I did beat Arise, kind of. I'm still intending to stick with it for a little while longer. Like, we're gonna get if nothing else, I'm gonna get revenge on all the post-game bosses that kicked my ass when we tried to beat them before. Okay, there's another crazy critter right here. These are the guys who I was talking about who take 2 strikes to kill, so that didn't take them out. You gotta bomb them again to get them out of there. Oh, that's nice. That's always beautiful when you can get the genocide gem on these guys. Is that morbid? I like to call that the genocide gem. So as far as advanced strategy in this game, honestly, like, probably the best thing you can do in this game is eliminate a color. Just eliminate one color of monster. Because, like, if you know puzzle games, you know that the fewer colors you have on the board, the easier it is to make matches. And if you clear all of a specific color off the screen, then that color won't drop from the top anymore. It makes it a lot easier to get matches. That's why those gems are so powerful. So this game's Wario's Woods, Greg. It's one of my favorite puzzle games. Maybe my second favorite after Magical Drop. Although Magical Drop mostly gets by on charm. Honestly, mechanically, this is probably the best one, but Magical Drop has way better, I don't know, just aesthetics to it. Like, I can vibe with that game in a way that, I don't know, I can't quite as well with this game. It's like, to really enjoy this game, I kind of got to turn the sound off and play some of my own groovy tunes, which we'll probably do once we've, Oh yeah, so that was round 25. Let's get out of here. So here's how you die. Do you want to see how you die? Since you're staring at the critters most of the time, the game would look ugly if they were poorly animated. Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, look at those... Look at those rabbit guys. He's like, does a full loop there. It's actually got some dance moves. Anyways, was in Edinburgh, Scotland with the wife. Nice! Are either of you, like, do either of you have family in Scotland, or are you just vacationing? Or both, I guess. Actually, can I just exit? I can't just exit, so let's just die. No way out of this prison. The only way is death.
Cool.
Cool. I just lowered my Wario time. See, there's so few colors at this stage in the game that I can't lose even if I try. I can't lose even if I try. Watch this. If he drops a blue or a blue on me, then we're just gonna clear this. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. And then the board fills up, and then you die, and then you turn into a mushroom. I'm a mushroom. This is a SNES game. This is a very snazzy SNES game. There was a NES version as well, which isn't quite as good. But this is the one we're playing, because, you know, this one's better. Oh yeah, one other thing. There's Lesson Mode, which teaches you all the mechanics of the game. We don't need this, because I just taught you guys all the mechanics. But this is the best music in the game right here. Can we turn this up? I don't know why they don't play this music, like, during the stages. Like, once you get past level 100 or something. Like, why can't we, like, play the actual game with this music? This is only in the tutorial. I might like this game a lot more if we could hear this music while we're playing the game. Like, this is the only good piece of music on the soundtrack, and it's, like, locked away in this tutorial mode bullshit that nobody's ever gonna look at. Like, what were they thinking? But yeah, they teach you some fancy tricks here. Like, there's actually one thing that... Yeah, one good move is, like, it says, okay, jump down to the right. Watch what happens when we jump down to the right. You can use bombs that you're carrying as you fall down to trigger chains. Kind of handy. Alright, let's go into versus mode. I've actually got a kind of a plan, kind of an agenda today, but we'll start out with versus com. This game does the thing, so it says easy, normal, hard. This is a lot of puzzle games on the SNES did this. What this actually means is it's just basically a level select. So if you do easy, you start on level 1. If you do normal, you start on like level 4, and hard starts you on level 8. And by level, I mean stage. Like, you still have 20 opponents to go through or whatever in the end. It's just that hard mode starts you later in the game. It's not actually harder. So let's start on hard mode just to get the easy shit out of the way. See, the real fun starts here. Just like I told you guys. Why would I want to... Like, why would I want to go through 8 levels of fake fun to get to the real fun, you know? Oh yeah, this is Monsieur Boo, by the way. He reminds me of, what was that ghost guy? That artistic ghost. Or like the ghost DJ from Undertale. Napstablook. This guy reminds me of Napstablook. So this is basically the same as the round clear mode, except there's a couple ways to interact with your opponents. The game is a little bit loud. There we go. So whenever you get a chain, it fills up your opponent's board with enemies. So for every link in the chain, you'll fill up the enemy's board with 1 column. And then every time you clear a gem, not only do you clear all the monsters of that color off your side of the board, but you also turn all of the bombs on the other player's board into monsters. So it's kind of like the fast... And then, of course, the objective of the game is still to clear your board before the opponent does. You can win by making them lose, but usually you'll win just by winning before that happens. Oops. Yeah, see, that guy just dropped a column on me. Kind of similar to Tetris, the column is actually kind of helpful since it's always monsters of all the same color, so you can just bomb them and get a gem. See, that just helped me. Just an easy gem for me. And there's all my purples gone. This guy's actually going to die, but I'm going to win first. Now, one thing I don't like about the versus mode, or the versus com mode in this game, it's actually best of 5. So you actually have to win 3 games against each opponent in order to move on. And yeah, there's something like 20 opponents total across the whole versus mode. So this is actually extremely long. Like, it takes a really long time to get through versus mode in this game. Probably something like... an hour and a half if you start from, like, the first opponent on easy. Which is why I never do that. It's a bit of a shame, you miss out on some of the fun dialogue. Oh yeah, one other nice touch too is that the opponent, isn't just a different colored toad. Like, every enemy monster actually has their own character. Like, we're gonna fight a mermaid here. Going to learn her brilliant strategies. We are overconfident. Yeah, we'll see about that. She's mad. She's like a tsundere mermaid. Alright, I'll show you my best techniques. Can you beat my ninja technique? Oh. So one kind of bad point of this game is that, especially in 2-player mode, with all the animations, you end up with, like, weird slowdown, and it kind of, like, interrupts your inputs sometimes. Like, sometimes the game will just drop inputs, which makes it really difficult to time things. You can kind of get a sense after a while for, like, when the game's about to start slowing down, and kind of learn to hold off on your inputs until just the right moment. But yeah, sometimes it kind of feels like, oh, I meant to pull the thing out of the stack, but it delayed it because of slowdown or whatever, or dropped my input. In versus mode, that can be really obnoxious in round clear mode, which I think is the hardest part of the game. Versus mode is actually pretty easy, I think, compared to round clear. So in versus mode, you don't have the special monsters. You've got nothing but just these basic critters that you can just blow up with 1 bomb. Ooh. And furthermore, the AI is actually not very good at this game. Like, once you get to the later levels, you can almost just sit back and do nothing. Like, the AI is not good enough to clear the later stages. Basically, the only thing that changes as far as I can tell, is the further you get through the game, the more critters you have on your board to start with. Until eventually you get to the end of the game and you're just piled up to the final 2 rows. Gets pretty crazy. But as long as you can survive that, yeah, you'll find that your AI opponents really can't survive all that. There's also, like, a super hard mode you can unlock once you beat the game. Or actually, you can do it anytime, it's just a code. Kind of like the hard mode for Tetris Attack. Anyways, versus mode is cool. It kind of takes forever, though, so I think we're gonna not do this. And we'll go back to round clear. But that's about it. That's this game. That's all the strategy tips I have for you. That's versus mode and round clear mode. Yes. Yes. Ah, she's so embarrassed. All right. Actually, can we reset this? Actually, here's what we'll do. Because, yeah, we've heard all of the music there is in this game already. That's the other thing, is there's not enough music in this game. There's like 1 piece of music for versus mode, 1 piece of music for Birdo mode and round clear, and 1 piece of music for Wario mode. That's like 3 tracks for the entire game. And like I said, it takes like several hours to beat any game mode in this game. So what we're going to do is flip off some sound channels here. I think 5 will do it. And turn on... do we do the video game arrangements? Let's do video game arrangements for a bit. Here we go. Let's throw this sucker on. I just made up this playlist just last week to kind of supplement my great music from video games playlist that I have on YouTube. That one kind of focuses on music as it appears in their games of origin. Like, no arrange, no, like, special OST versions, just, like, the raw, like, unfiltered, as it appears in the game type music. It's a good playlist, but... Oh, I guess we're still playing this game? We don't have to still be playing this game. Let's go back to round clear. Show you guys the ending of round clear. But, yeah, that meant that I didn't really have a place to show off all of my favorite arrangements of video game music, you know? So I made a playlist for that now, too. How deep do we want to go? So it kind of changes the scenery of the game every 20 levels. Like, this is the woods, this is the mountains, this is the crystal caves, I think. This is darker woods, and level 80 is the castle. Let's see if we can do the last 20 rounds. Wario's flying around up there. Curse you, Toad! How dare you invade my castle? Yeah, you can see we're stacking up pretty high. Stacking up pretty high right off the bat here. So blue's the magic color here. I'm actually going to leave that because that'll give us a chain once we pop blue. And now we just wait for blue. There it is. There's the sucker. Damn it! Oh, so we still got the chain. We still got the chain. That really, really sucks that I missed the gem. But this gives us time to set up another one. How about diagonal dark blue? Let's try to set up diagonal dark blue right here. Like, this is the name of the game. These final stages get really tough. So you're all about going for that gem is what you should be doing. That was the worst possible colored gem I could have got. Here's what we'll do. Ah, forget it. I wanted to try to stack up another light blue there, but it was not to be. Cool. Anyways, that's kind of it. That's kind of Wario's Woods. We can talk about other things now. I don't know if you guys want me to be focused on the game or talk about other things. I've seen people complain both ways. I've seen people complain like, oh, this streamer, they're just busy talking about their lives and it's all like me bullshit. Talking about their stupid friends and stupid parties they've been to and their stupid, boring real life. Not focusing on the game. Winner. And I've seen other people complain, it's like, oh, they're just like autistically focused on whatever they're doing and not talking about interesting stuff. I feel I tend to be that kind of streamer. Which do I like more? Wario's Woods or Panel? That's tough. I think Wario's Woods has more depth to it. Like, I've kind of played out Panel de Pon at this point, I think. Like, there's not much left for me to do in that game. It's really mindless. Like, really, really mindless. And that's kind of what's good about it. They're kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. Like, Panel de Pon is maybe the most action-focused puzzle game out there. Like, it's pure speed. Like, it's really, really easy to make matches. Or at least, like, the techniques in that game are really simple. It's just flip panels. That's all you're doing, is just swapping panels. Moving panels around as fast as you can. Trying to spot matches. Whereas this, it's like more of a thinking man's puzzle game, which is more my speed. And furthermore, the other most, like, speed and action-oriented puzzle game I can think of is Magical Drop. Magical Drop is also almost purely mindless and speed-focused. However, Magical Drop, I think, is actually even... it's not quite as... It's a little bit more thoughtful than Panel de Pon, but it's also faster. Like, you also have to be quicker with your swaps, and it's also a little bit trickier to make matches in that game. Especially when stuff starts shifting around and your opponents are starting to throw attacks at you. Gotta plan your moves efficiently and also make them really, really fast. So it's like, this is kind of a different type of game. Do we need to hear this? Here we go. We need to hear this. This is what we need to hear. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is a level. This is almost all of the things you need to double clear. Okay, so we can set up quadruple right here. But I need 2 dark blue bombs to set it off. Oh, I can get a pink too. Oh, I can get yellows too. Okay, so we got a few ways. Few ways to get our gems here. The fuck just happened? Okay, so I need another blue to set this off. I was hoping for blue or yellow so I could genocide. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is gonna be tight. We're still really, really high. And it's Wario time.
Cool.
Oh, we still get the chain. We still get the chain bonus. Come on, give me my blue bomb. I'm getting blue-balled with these blue bombs here. Okay, I need to be careful not to set that off. Oh yeah, Thwomp is slowly encroaching down on you too. Once Wario time begins. Oh no. Oh yeah, that egg is one other thing we haven't seen yet. So you have to touch the egg. You have to like lift up or drop or move the egg somehow before it hatches. If the egg hatches, you get a full row of critters dropping down on you. It's bad times. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend letting Wario drop a row full of critters from an egg on you. But yeah, this is a more thoughtful puzzle game, and Panel de Pon is a more, like, mindless, speed-focused game. And when it comes to mindless, speed-focused games, I kind of prefer that other game, Magical Drop, a little bit more. I want to show off Magical Drop on stream at some point, but somewhere along the line, the MAME revisions are all fucked right now. Like, nothing works on the latest version of MAME anymore, or at least my ROM dumps don't work on the latest version of MAME, so I have to find an old version that they will work on. Because yeah, I tried to stream Magical Drop once, and the graphics were all just a garbled mess. Competitive panel? What's different in competitive panel? So, like, my favorite My favorite version. Oh yeah, this is a new monster. These guys can only be cleared diagonally. So yeah, if you... Okay, yeah, we did that one diagonally. But yeah, if I put this teal bomb on here, won't blow them up. We gotta go diagonal. These guys are really obnoxious to actually, like, clear off permanently. Oh, here we go, here we go. Pink 4, right here. Getting the pinks. I don't want pink crystals. Oh, that doesn't help us much. I wonder if the crystals are always specifically coded to remove the least plentiful monster off the board. I've never actually paid attention. Ooh, we could actually do something with that. That's 4. Oh, beautiful, just like that. We got those diagonal bastards out of here. Can also clear out the yellows if I play my cards right here. Perfect, yellows are gone. If I wait and put another white one here, we can get 4 in a row. Alright, I forgot how hectic. Like, I knew that these final stages were tough, but I forgot exactly how tough they were. Might take me an hour to get through just these last 20 stages here. Yeah, this is where it gets really annoying to remove these diagonal bastards. Okay, so we gotta set up one here, and now I need another teal. There it is. Oh, this is another good Arrange album. Another one of my favorites. This is by a group. This is an unofficial album by a group called Hellion Sounds. It's called Baroque. I think it's all arrangements from Ys 1 and 2. Maybe 3 as well. I'm not sure. I've never played an Ys game in my life. Or that's not true. I tried the NES version of Ys 1 for like 20 minutes and it sucked. I guess I played Ark of Nepishtim too, and it was alright. Anyways, awesome music though. I've barely played any Ys games at all before, but I've listened to lots of Ys music, and it's great, and has some great arrangements. Okay, this is another easy stage. I could have probably extended that to a 4-chain. Alright, let's clear red. Alright, let's get a green 4. This is perfect music. This is perfect music for this level right here. I feel like I can work faster. Like I'm pumped up. Moving around faster, thinking quicker. Thanks to the music here. Get out of... Damn it. We'll clear him. We'll clear him. Also, the gold value goes up the further you get through the game. Look at that. Even though we missed the first... even though we went to Wario time, we still get, 24 gold. That's like half a 1-up. Nothing's too different with competitive panel. That's actually true. Yeah, that is true. If you get competitive in the 2-player mode of Panel de Pon, yeah, timing your drops. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on what the competitive rules are. Like, I feel in versus CPU, the real problem is that it takes so long to, for the kill timer to activate. It's like you go up, you build up to the top, and you're about to die. It's like you have to be stuck at the top. Like, the death timer in versus CPU Panel de Pon is really, really generous. Like, you can let the stack get all the way up to the top, and then you have, 3 whole seconds to save yourself. It's, yeah, really easy to just never die in that game. It's like, yeah, the basic strategy, I think, in that game is to just build high all the time and just keep it there. Just just mash that L button. Hold down L and R and just get that stack all the way to the top and keep it as high as you can the whole time. Ooh, we might get this in one. Oh, this is a remix I just found yesterday. Man, can you imagine if Chrono Trigger had gotten like a live-action TV series in like the mid-90s? If it did, this is the theme song it would have. What are these guys? Oh yeah, these guys are also diagonal only. One other thing you can do in Panel de Pon is stagger your attacks a little bit. Like instead of just always going for big chains, you can do like a big chain into a large combo, into a shock block. Like kind of separate out your big chains with smaller blocks so that they get divided and the opponent can't clear them all out at once. Oh, we can make 4 pink here. Booyah. Didn't get the colored gem I want, but whatever. Oh, we can get 4 blues if we play our cards right here. There it is. Okay, can we get this before he drops red on us? Perfect. I can probably clear out these greens too. Oh, here's a little trick you can do. Kind of bootstrap yourself up the tower. Did you guys see that move? That was a cool move. Like I can kind of... there's no way for me to show it off right now. Man, there's a lot of these diagonal fuckers on this board. We're actually not out of the woods yet, so to speak. Not out of the Wario's woods yet. Like on this level, I could still lose this. Like it can be really difficult to remove these diagonal guys. Okay, I got him now. There it is.
Winner.
Winner. I like the little voices in this game. I wonder if it's the same voice actors as Kirby's Avalanche. Kirby's Avalanche also had great voices. Oh, how are we gonna get our 4 here? This looks tough. Okay, let's just clear stuff out. Let's just clear as fast as we can and see what we're left with. Actually, if I get another yellow bomb, I might be able to get 4 yellow here. Yeah, 1 more yellow bomb does it for us. Oh, that's juicy. It's a juicy gem. It's a juicy fruit gem right there. I actually didn't clear out as much as I would have liked. Oh boy, it's Wario time. Oh, we got the whites. We can genocide the whites. This is not part of the playlist. Oh, that's weird. Nah, whatever. I've seen this happen where it's like, this is an annoying thing on YouTube. If you get to the bottom of a playlist, it'll just automatically like autoplay the next thing on your recommended videos, even if you have autoplay set to off. Alright, there's our whites cleared out. Oh, it's the reds we're clearing out now. Why not play the Super Famicom port? Because it sucks. Because it's unplayable garbage. So it's like I said, Magical Drop is a speed-focused game, in my opinion at least. And the SNES version has like some serious input lag problems. Or not input lag, but input throttling. Like there's a hard limit on how fast you can move your cursor in that game. And it like really makes it annoying to try to chain. Like the arcade version of Magical Drop 3 is great. You can move your cursor as fast as you can tap the joystick. It just goes zipping across. But yeah, Magical Drop 2 throttles your inputs. I guess that makes it a bit more of a thoughtful game, but I don't know. I think Magical Drop works better as a speed game. Also, like, the graphics and music aren't as good as Magical Drop 3 Arcade. It doesn't have the cool board game mode. It's just inferior. Oh, that's high. We are so high right now. It's like, I don't know. I feel like there's no reason for inferior versions of games to exist, you know? It's like, why would I ever play Magical Drop 2? Like, strictly inferior. Like, sometimes, you know, it's not... Like, a game that's not as good overall can still offer a different kind of experience. Like, I don't like Mario World all that much compared to other Mario games, for example. I think basically every other Mario game is better than Super Mario World. But, like, Mario World isn't strictly worse than every other Mario game. Like, it does some things better, it does some things worse. It's a different kind of Mario game. Like, it's different enough from other Mario games that it's worth experiencing, you know? But, like, for games where it's just like, oh, it's the same thing but worse, that's kind of what Magical Drop 2 is to me. It's just the same as 3 but worse. It's like that game was replaced by 3 completely.
Winner.
I feel that way about a lot of remakes, actually. Only the other way around. It's like when a remake comes out, it's like, oh, cool, this is just the same as the original, but worse. Why does this need to exist? I remember I was bitching about that with the Legend of Mana quote-unquote remaster last year. It's like, oh, this is just like the original, but worse. But with like a bunch of detail smudged over with the remade graphics and doesn't run as smoothly. So why would I ever play this? Ding! I kind of felt like that with Fire Emblem 3, Mystery of the Emblem, also. It's like, oh cool, this is a worse version of Fire Emblem 1, with worse music and graphics. Why do I want to play this? That's not entirely fair. Fire Emblem 3 is different enough from 1. It's a different kind of experience. There are some improvements, too. There are some things that 3 does better than 1. Mainly, like, UI and interface kind of stuff. Item management is much, much improved over Fire Emblem 1. Or, yeah, inventory management and shopping, which alone kind of justifies that game's existence. But then again, they ruined the music, so that kind of unjustifies its existence, in my opinion. I don't know. In conclusion, Arcania is a land of contrasts. Wow, are we seriously? Only an hour in. That took... Yeah, I took much less time presenting and explaining this game than I thought I would. I was prepared to, like, show this game off for several hours, actually. I kind of wanted to show off, like, a versus mode, hard mode. The versus mode, actually, I said it was, like, bitch easy because of how bad the AI is. The hard mode actually makes it quite a bit harder, but not because of the AI. I don't know. I was planning on streaming for at least a few hours tonight, but I didn't have anything planned to play except for this.
Cool.
And now that I'm in the zone, I kind of don't want to stop playing this. But I don't know how entertaining that's going to be to watch. Maybe I should switch over to, like, the just chatting category or something. We can talk about other stuff. Year in review? The year ahead. Actually, one of my coworkers asked me, because I mentioned that, like, oh, I just spent the New Year's and my days off last week streaming. He asked me, it's like, oh, you're still doing the video game streaming thing. What games are you looking forward to coming up soon? And I didn't really have a good answer for him. It's like, help me out, guys. What are the big titles for next year? I was able to think of some afterwards. Like, Elden Ring is the obvious one, but I'm probably not going to play that right away. Because I still want to get that graphics card upgrade, so I'm probably going to wait like a year or two for Elden Ring. Like, the other title that I was thinking is probably the other one I'm the most looking forward to is Hollow Knight Silk Song. Which it's that game doesn't even have a release date. It's not even clear if it's coming out next year. And, like, what else is there? Oh, we can do reds. We can do reds easy. Could have done blues too, but oh well. Greens, that's not helpful. Oh, blues. Blues, baby, blues. And I think there was a third title. I think there was a third title I was looking forward to, but I can't remember what it was. But, like, I don't know, do we even have a timeline? Like, even apart from, you know, Jasu games, like, stuff that I would be looking for, like, what are the gamers looking forward to right now? I don't even know. I see people talking and getting hyped about Final Fantasy 16. Is that game even coming out next year? I kind of had the sense that that game was, like, just barely starting to be developed. No. We're doing alright here, round 92. 5 lives. Halo. Oh, we are high. We are higher than high right now. I don't even have enough room to maneuver to build up a 4 chain or 4 combo. Honestly, one other game I think I'm kind of looking forward to, the more I hear people talk about it, is Death Stranding, which is obviously a game that's out already, but is another game that I want to wait to get a better graphics card.
Cool.
It's like, I don't know, for some games that I think I'm going to enjoy, games I'm really looking forward to, I kind of want to get the best experience of them, you know? Like, I don't want to have a suboptimal time with it. I don't want to play on low or medium settings, basically. I want to play on high or ultra or whatever. Get the best experience I can, you know? Oh, I thought we were gonna chain that. We can make this a 4. Like, what about Nintendo fans? Is there anything coming out on Switch? Surely there must be something Nintendo's got in the works or announced that people must be looking forward to. Oh, I ruined it. I ruined it. Oh, that's fine. It's...
Cool.
I ruined it twice. I ruined it twice. It's like, oh, it's green. We can clear those out right away. Nope. No, we can't. Splatoon 3 and Bayonetta 3. Man, that's a Nintendo game now, isn't it? That's so weird to me. That Bayonetta is now a Nintendo franchise. Actually, I think Bayonetta is a game that's on... Actually, here's something I'm looking forward to as my vacation at the end of the month.
Winner.
I was going through and trying to plan that today. It was basically like that, what's that comic? You know that web comic? It's the time management one, where it's like the guy's trying to fit in video games into his schedule. It's like, oh, video games won't fit unless... And he pulls the block out of his schedule that says sleep. That's like me trying to plan my vacation schedule, only instead of the blocks saying stuff like you know, work, food, relationships, just like every block is video games, and one is sleep, and I'm like trying to pull out the sleep block. What's the name of that webcomic? It's Owl something. Something about owls. I can't remember. Is it just smooth sailing to the end of the game here? We're not seeing any special monsters anymore. Well, that'll extend us at least. Owl Turd. That's what it was. Owl Turd comics. There's the one where he's, yeah, pulling sleep out of his schedule to make room for video games in between, like, work and food. It's like that for me planning my vacation, only my schedule is like video games, video games, video games, sleep, video games. And I'm thinking about pulling out sleep to fit in more video games. If I stream for 10 hours a day, I have 100 hours. 100 hours of gaming to plan out over the vacation streams. And I'm not sure I can fit everything that I've been gifted.
Cool.
Ooh, this is from Wild Arms. This is another great Arrange album. Has a fun Englishy title. I think this one's called Alone the World. Yeah, I think this is from the Wild Arms Vocal Arrange album called Alone the World.
Sweet.
You know, the sound effects in this game are actually kind of cutesy when you just hear them without the music. Honestly, this game gives off kind of a whole different vibe when you play with the music off. This game might actually have one of... I've never actually played the game like this. I usually have the game audio just totally muted. I've actually never done this where I just disable the sound channels to keep the sound effects intact. Really just completely changes the vibe of the game. This game might have one of the worst soundtracks in video game history. If, like, this is how much...
Cool.
Like, I feel like the game is massively improved by leaving the sound effects and taking out the music. Oh, this is another track from Dracula New Classic. I actually don't recognize what Castlevania game this music comes from. Maybe one of the Game Boy titles? Oh, you know what? I think I remember this. I think I remember this one from Belmont's Revenge. Because I think I remember when we were playing that game, I was like, ah, I recognize this from Dracula New Classic. Now I know where that song comes from.
Winner.
Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? There's money in these yellows. I was thinking of doing like a year in review type stream, except I'd have to prepare a lot for it. I have like the list of every game, every major game I played last year right in front of me, but I have such a shitty memory. I don't even know if I remember enough about most of these games to say much about them. Honestly, looking over this list, this is the year of like a lot of 3 out of 5s that I wouldn't have much to say about anyways, with a few standouts, or I guess several standouts.
Cool.
Do I have a favorite version of Symphony of the Night? That's tough. That's really tough. There is no Symphony of the Night is one of those games where there's no, like, single perfect version. Maybe there's a ROM hack out there, I don't know, but, like, every version of that game has something to offer that the others don't. Like, I'd say the best overall is probably the original PS1 version. So, like, let's go down the list. The PS1 version is just kind of, like, you know, kind of the baseline, original, classic, the one we all love and grew up with. It's missing... Or actually, I guess the Japanese PlayStation 1 version is probably the best one. Yeah, the problem with the American version is it has a bunch of cut content. Like a couple of the... Not a bunch, but it's missing a couple familiars, and it's missing the bonus song. And I really, really like the bonus song. So... I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased, but that makes a huge difference to me. The fact that the US version of... US PS1 version of Symphony of the Night doesn't have the bonus song is a big mark against it for me. The PSP version adds all that stuff and has an arguably superior translation, maybe? I don't know. I have mixed feelings on the voice acting on the PS1 version. Like, it's endearing. I like it. I don't think it's essential to the experience. Like, some people think... I've seen people get, like, really passionate about whether, like, the hammy voice acting of the PS1 release is, like, an essential part of Symphony of the Night. I don't think it is. I like it, but I think you can, you know, cut it out, replace it with different voice acting, and, you know, Symphony is still Symphony. And I don't think that voice acting is in any other version of the game. Because, yeah, the Saturn version is obviously Japan only. It doesn't even have the English voice acting, and they replaced the English voice acting for the PSP re-release. Anyways, we'll get to that one. The Saturn version has the extra content. It's got and it has Maria. It's probably the most content complete. Yeah, it has Maria, it has extra levels, extra enemies, extra items, all this cool bonus stuff like Konami, for some reason, always did with its Saturn ports. It has technical issues. It has, like, shitty slowdown, and some of the graphical effects don't work properly, and some of the sound is messed up, and it's, like, on a technical level, the worst version of the game, but it has all this extra stuff in it, so it's like, what do you do? You kind of have to play it at least once just to see all the stuff that's in it, you know? And then there's the PSP remake, which might... Or it's not a remake, but like the PSP port that's included in Dracula X Chronicles, which I'd say might be the best version if it weren't on PSP. Like, you're playing on a small screen, and the colors are a little bit messed up. I think the colors are, like, too dark or something in that version. I don't know, the colors look weird. It doesn't quite look right. Other than that, though, it's got new voice acting. Actually, I think it's got dual audio, too. I think you can switch to Japanese voice acting in that one. And it's got all of the, like, the extra familiars and items and bonus song and stuff that were cut from the original US PS1 release. So it's like maybe the PSP version, and also it's on a small screen. The colors are messed up and it's on a small screen. If not for those two problems, I would say that the PSP version is the best one. Personally, I'd say, yeah, PS1 or PSP. PSP. Can't really go wrong with either. I would avoid the Saturn version. Like, maybe play it someday to see all the extra stuff if you end up really loving Symphony of the Night. And really want to see, like, everything that's ever come out for that game. Want to experience all the content from every version. But yeah, for a first playthrough, I'd do PSP or PS1. That was a long answer, but it's an interesting question, because there's so many differences between the different versions. And everyone has, like, something good about it and something wrong with it. It's really annoying. Oh, we can do this. Damn it, I ruined it. fucking ruined. Give me blue before it pops. Before it stops flashing. Nice. This is... I forget what this song is called from the Legend of Mana soundtrack, but this arrangement is amazing. I think this is from the intro. It's like the kind of mournful, nostalgic kind of song. Bittersweet, nostalgic kind of... I think it's called Nostalgic Song, maybe. Where the mana tree is crying out to not be forgotten, to be needed, to be loved. The mana tree's crying out in despair. Need me. Don't forget about me. I can give you everything. It's a wonderful, wonderful track in the original game. I think Legend of Mana has one of the best soundtracks in video game history. This arrange album, though. This jazz arrange album does some really interesting stuff with these songs. Like, this sounds completely different, even though it's the exact same melody. Totally different tone to it, even though it's the same melody. Yeah, I could definitely see why people could get heated about which version of Symphony is the best. There's something to like and dislike about each one. What were the things that people argued about? Because honestly, the discussions about different versions of Symphony that I've seen people get the most testy about is like the voice acting. Like everyone's just like completely like getting political. Like you know? It's like a heated political debate over whether the original English PS1 voice acting is essential to the experience. Or I don't know, that one detail is what I've seen people get the most testy about. I actually read an interesting article about it a while back. I think it might have been on Retronauts, where someone made the argument that that like to redub the original PS1 audio and like to remove the original voice acting and just like shove it down the memory hole for subsequent releases was like kind of erasing a piece of video game history. Like it was wrong of them to not at least include the option for the original voices. And like I kind of get that. But again, I kind of think it's going overboard. Just because, I don't know, I don't think it's a great travesty. I think there's so much more to Symphony of the Night than, you know, just hammy voice acting. Like, maybe it's a bit of a shame to lose it in some versions, but I don't think it ruins the game. Maybe it's worth preserving, but... And what's funny is it got me thinking, is that that's kind of an open question. Not just with video game preservation, but like literature, too. Like, there are different editions of, like, Shakespeare's plays where, like, different lines are slightly different, or like versions of plays that were put on for specific performances where they like change details of the plot. Actually, I remember I learned in high school there was a version of Heinrich Ibsen's A Doll's House. The Dollhouse? A Doll's House? I can't remember. I think it was a Doll's House. That completely changes the ending. Because like apparently some production in some country they wanted to they didn't like the ending. They thought the audience would want a happy ending, so they like added like a short scene at the end where it's like the main character gets back together with her husband, which like completely undermines the point of the whole play. But then it's like, is that history? Does that deserve to be preserved? You could argue that like some people argue that like the shitty English dub of Symphony of the Night is kind of like a form of like vandalism perpetrated on I don't know, Igarashi's original vision of Castlevania. He turned it into hammy B-movie shit when that was not what the original Japanese version was like.
Cool.
So it's like, I don't know, is it vandalism? Is it history? It's like, I don't know. But yeah, that's been an open question in like art preservation circles since before video games. Oh, hey, Deep Fry. Sorry, I missed you guys. In more ways than one, I was blabbing about nonsense. Oh, we're done. We win the game. We just won the game. Yeah, Choopy. I mean, it's not exactly something to be proud of. It's like I said, I play this game like all the time when I'm listening to like new music albums, when I'm listening to podcasts, when I'm doing pretty much anything off stream. I'm playing this game. The last Wario's wood is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace. I kind of moved on to this game. It used to be Panel to Pawn, then it was Magical Drop, and then I moved on to Wario's Woods from there. That was kind of the third big puzzle game that I got into. Oh, hey there, Saturn Meteor. You missed the whole game. You missed the whole game, or at least the last 20 levels of it. It's fine, though, because we're going to do Versus mode. You know, I never got into Puzzle Fighter. Not that I dislike it, I just, I've never owned Puzzle Fighter. Like, if I wanted to play Puzzle Fighter, what's the best way to do it? PS1 port? I think that's the version I played. Oh, yeah. That's the one where, yeah, you're trying to, like, put together, like, big blocks of gems and then explode them with the little blinky crasher things. This is the only game, Saturn Meteor. There are no other games. You missed all of this game. We just finished this game. The end. But no, we didn't finish this game. It goes on beyond 100. Actually, I'll go a little bit over just to show you guys a couple funny levels. There's a few... There's... The levels kind of start to do funny things. They're mostly like this. It's mostly just standard critters built really, really high. The GBA version. I didn't even know there was a GBA version of Puzzle Fighter. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I've just never picked it up. Never got into it.
Cool.
I mean, I never got into Tetris either. Like, other puzzle games I've gotten into, I got into Puzzle Bobble, or Bust-A-Move, as it is sometimes known. I played a fair bit of that one. Played a lot of Puzzle League, / Tetris Attack, / Panel to Pawn. What else have I played? Or I guess there was Poochie Carrot. Poochie Carrot, is that how you say that? Which isn't really a puzzle game, it's more of a Breakout clone. It's like Breakout meets a puzzle game. Puzzle Fighter had an HD re-release. Anyways, hey there, Deep Fry, I'm doing okay today. How are you doing? Playing anything lately? What platform is the HD remake for? I mean, I guess I could always search it out later. Or was that like a counterpart to the Street Fighter 2 HD remake? I feel like I might have heard of that. Was that like done up in the same style as the Street Fighter 2 HD remake? Yeah, so yeah, PSN, Xbox 360. Actually, one puzzle game I've always wanted to get into was Cleopatra Fortune. I think I'd have to figure out how to get MAME running again to try that one out. I discovered just like the main theme I thought was really catchy, and the main character is really cute. I don't know if the game itself actually looks any good, but, you know, the girl is cute, and the theme song's good. So I kind of want to play Cleopatra Fortune someday. Wrapping up Watch Dogs 2. I thought you were finished Watch Dogs 2. Or did you just finish the main game last time and you're working on, like, 100% completion? Oh, Twinkle Star Sprites is a good shout-out. I forgot about that one. I played a ton of that on the PSP back in college. I'm bad at that game. I played a lot of it, but I never got very good at it. That's interesting. In what way do you think it's not a puzzle game? I assume that you're about to explain that. I think that's like a quintessential puzzle game, actually. Like I think that's one of the most puzzliest puzzle games out there. Like, I think you gotta have a bigger brain to play, Oh no, sorry, I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, I'm getting Twinkle Star Sprites mixed up with another game. I think it's called Star Stacker. Yeah, I'm getting Twinkle Star Sprites mixed up with Star Stacker. Yeah, I have played Twinkle Star Sprites. Excellent game. Fantastic game. Better than Star Stacker. Was it called Star Stacker? Fuck, what's that game called? It's an excellent puzzle game for the PlayStation, but it's really difficult. No, that's not it. Fuck. No, that's Kirby's Star Stacker. That's not the one. God damn it. Star something. Wait, was it Puzzle Star something? Star Sweep. This is the one. This is the game right here. Oh, there's not even any, like, screenshots. Anyways, it's called Star Sweep. That's the one I was getting mixed up with. Very challenging puzzle game. Very challenging. Again, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, very traditional puzzle game. Very challenging. Bit of a brain burner, but also fast-paced. It's probably the most challenging puzzle game I've ever played. But yeah, I agree with you, Choopy, that that Twinkle Star Sprites is more of a like a versus shmup than a puzzle game. But it does have chaining. It does have chaining and combos and all that other good stuff. Alright, here we go. Hey! I guess I wasn't paying attention last time, but yeah, this is what I wanted to show off. So yeah, after you clear level 100, you start seeing a bunch of levels that just spell out Wario. These levels are really easy because like the same colored monsters are all stacked up with each other, so it's easy to make gems. Nevertheless, I'm failing hard at this one, so maybe we'll suffer our first death here. Oh, that's a gimme. Actually, there's a similar game. There was a Toho game that basically ripped off Twinkle Star Sprites. It's called Phantasmagoria of Flower View, which is pretty good. It's actually, I don't know which one I like better. Twinkle Star Sprites definitely has the aesthetic appeal. It has better music and graphics. Mechanically, they're very similar. Like, you could almost replace one for the other. I'd still recommend Twinkle Star Sprites over Phantasmagoria of Flower View, but it's a good alternative, a good substitute, if you want something that's very similar. Whoa, no! Yeah, this is, yeah. As you get higher up through the levels, the thwomp starts thwomping down a lot faster. And the monsters start coming at you much, much more rapidly. Fuck off. Fuck off with this shit. Get out of here. Okay. Oh god, he's still not receding. Stop it, give me a red! Give me a red, what is this shit? Thank you. Oh, that was great. We'll get to 9 lives. We'll get to 9 lives, and then we'll go to single player. What am I saying? The opposite of that. We'll go to versus. Oh, this is from the Lunar Arrange album that came with the game. Most of the music on that album sucks, but this is one of the good ones. Like, it's not even that Lunar one has bad music, it's just that for some reason the arrangements on the album suck. But yeah, this one's good. I think this is the final dungeon. Nice.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. It's always been strange to me that, again, like the single thing that I see brought up the most with reviewers of this game on YouTube is that, oh, this game's really hard. This game's like the hardest puzzle game you'll ever play. And it's like, I don't know. The controls are difficult to get a grasp on because there's just so many different things you can do. But like once you like can get your head around like what button does what and just rip it out and do what you need to do when it needs doing, like it's so easy to manipulate the objects in this game. Like you can basically do whatever you want with the stacks. Like pull a thing out, grab a stack, set up diagonals, set up verticals, get gems.
Cool.
Like as long as you can get your head around the controls, you have so much freedom to just do whatever you want with the stacks of monsters. I was saying, cool, that's me. That's me saying that every time. I am a great ventriloquist. I was just saying before, actually, it might be like someone from Kirby's Avalanche. The voices in this game remind me of the voice actors from Kirby's Avalanche. I don't know if you guys have played Kirby's Avalanche for the Super Nintendo. That's a game that I recommend that everyone play at least once, just for the voice acting. Just so that you can hear how different Kirby monster names are properly pronounced. Like, I don't know if you guys know what the squid enemies are called in Kirby. There's like the squid guy. You might think he's Squishy, is what that guy's name is spelled like, but no, it's pronounced Squishy. You might think that he's King DDD, but it's actually pronounced King DDD. They'll teach you how to properly pronounce all those enemy names in Kirby's Avalanche. I think my favorite might be Meta Knight. You've been saying Meta Knight all these years. All these years you thought it was Meta Knight, but it's actually Meta Knight! Are we going to be able to make use of that red gem? Alright, here we go. We grooving now. Are we almost done the Wario levels? Oh, yeah. Wait, I messed it up. Wait. Damn it! That's that input dropping problem I was complaining about earlier. 3, 4. Oh yeah, so I was gonna do the year in review. Oh, I missed. Sorry, Saturn Meteor, I missed that up there. Did you gift me the Neo Geo version on stream of Twinkle Star Sprites? Maybe. I'm pretty sure I own it. Can't remember if you gifted it to me, but I think I own it. Okay, was that the last Wario letter? Actually, I should be able to just count. W-A-R-I-O. Yeah, and we're on stage 105, so that was it. Yeah, and then it just basically loops through these random boards. Let's just die. That shouldn't take long. Let's just die, and we'll do single player while we continue chatting. Ooh, Astalon speedrun. I might have to check the VOD out for that. I liked Astalon. I was running down my top 10 games of 2021. This music's a bit loud. There we go. Astalon made it in at number 10. Kind of just barely made the list. But, okay, so you can unlock, it was a strong year. Like, Astalon's coming in underneath like Neo and Yakuza 0 and Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn and a bunch of other fantastic games I played this year. Like, in fact, I was looking at my list for last year. If Astalon had been released last year, it would have been my number 4 game out of all the stuff I played last year. Okay, so if you hold down left on the controller and hit start, you can see we got an orange sky now. Now we're on hard mode. We're going to start on easy here, because easy is actually the hardest level in the game on hard mode. So hard mode doesn't improve the AI at all. The only thing it changes is that your screen has like 2 or 3 extra lines than the enemy's does, which makes it really, really tough. Like, you gotta be really good to clear all this before he clears his. Now, it's 2 lines throughout the entire game, so it's like by the time you get to the end of the game, it's like, oh, you've got to clear 8 lines and the enemy's only got to clear 6. That's not a huge difference. You can make up that time. It's really difficult, like, to clear out 4 or 5 lines when the enemy's only got 2. So yeah, this first stage is actually the hardest one on hard mode. Yeah, I've got way, way more stuff to clear out than he does, like twice as much. I'm actually kind of getting lucky here. I've had runs before where the enemy's been able to clear out his screen faster than I was able to just now there. Oh yeah, and Prodigal! Prodigal was another game that I absolutely loved this year. I was looking at the Steam store page for that game. That game's got like 60 reviews, and it's so sad. I want to do like a, I don't know, like YouTube video or review or something for Prodigal. I like that game so much, and I think it deserves more attention. Bronto Burt! Yeah, that's the one. That's the good stuff. Also, Kirby is such a bitch in that game. He's like a master smack talker. It's amazing. There's like that one when he fights Wispy Woods, and Wispy Woods is like, please don't step on my roots, that would be really unkind. And then Kirby just steps on his roots. He just steps right on his root after Wispy Woods told him not to. And he says, I feel like apple pie. Can't remember, he says something nasty to Waddle Doo also, I think. Or maybe it was Waddle Dee. Yeah, I think he just straight up says, like, fuck you, kill yourself to Waddle Dee or something like that. Like, not in those exact words, but basically those exact words. And then it comes back to haunt him later on. Waddle Doo fights him. And he's like, grr, you were mean to Waddle Dee. Now Waddle Doo will pay you in kind. I can't remember what Kirby says back, but I'm sure it was some kind of sick burn. What time is it exactly? It is exactly 10:42 in the PM. I'd give the seconds as well, but none of the clocks in my place have a second hand. None of the clocks in my place have hands. They're all digital. I hate that the versus battles in this game are all best of 5. Oh, I'm sorry, Maze Whale. Did I even say hi to you? I noticed you up there, and I think I got distracted by something else before I said hi. Hello, Maze Whale. I did see you. I just got temporarily distracted. Okay, top 10 JRPGs of all time. 1040? I said 1042. I actually have that list written down back when I thought that I wanted to like start making YouTube videos and top 10 lists and stuff. The first one I was going to make was going to be my top 10 JRPGs. So I actually have that list written down somewhere. I'm not going to go get it. I'm going to see if I can just remember it. I think Saga Frontier made that list, actually. I really struggled to come up with 10 traditional JRPGs that I really, like, truly love. Like, I don't like that many RPGs anymore. It's not really my genre. Mind you, okay, so the list I made was purely, like, traditional turn-based JRPGs. So I didn't include, like, action RPGs, anything with an action-based battle system, or anything with a grid-based system, like no strategy RPGs. We're talking, like, pure turn-based combat. If you were to include those types of games, I think all my favorite RPGs would be strategy RPGs and action RPGs. But if we're going, like, just traditional JRPGs with turn-based combat, I think my number 10 was Saga Frontier. Honestly, after I played that, the remake, or the remaster of Saga Frontier last year. I think that might even go higher now. Saga Frontier might be like my number 8 or number 9 now. I think my old number 8 or number 9 was Dragon Quest VIII. Then I think I actually had Undertale on there, which might be kind of cheating, because that game kind of has an action battle system, but not really. I don't know. Undertale feels like a really traditional JRPG system, like turn-based system to me. Like, I know there's like the shmuppy dodge the bullets type aspect to that game, but I don't know. I thought Undertale's felt more like a traditional turn-based RPG than any other type of RPG. So I think Undertale was my number 7. I think Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door was just above that. And then Final Fantasy X-2 above that. Oh yeah, the other restriction I made for my list was that for variety's sake, I only included the best game from each series. So like if I were to include more than one Final Fantasy game, I'd probably put Final Fantasy VI above Paper Mario. Actually, probably almost all the Final Fantasy games would go together on that list. I'd probably put 6, 7, and 10-2 like right next to each other, but 10-2 is the best one. The best Final Fantasy game. So that puts us at like what, number 5? What's above that? Oh, okay. Let's just skip ahead and count down from the top. Number 1 is Grandia. Number 2 is either Suikoden 2 or number 2 and 3 are Suikoden 2 and Valkyrie Profile. What's number 4? I think I've listed off 9 games. What's number 4? I can't remember my number 4 JRPG of all time. Oh, Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was number 4 or 5.
Sweet.
I know Grandia is my number 1, and like the next 4 are kind of tight behind that, but Grandia is my number 1. Yeah, Valkyrie Profile, Chrono Trigger, Suikoden 2. Oh, and Lunar Eternal Blue. Yeah, Lunar Eternal Blue are all kind of stacked up right behind it. That I don't know if that was 10 or 11 games, but those are my top JRPGs of all time. If you were to include action RPGs, I would put Star Ocean 2 on there as well. Probably in like a number 4 or 5 slot. Would Tales of Phantasia make it? I think I'd put Tales of Phantasia like at number 10. Like, just barely bump Saga Frontier off the list. Actually, have I played any new JRPGs that I'd put on that list in the last year? I made that list a couple years ago. I don't think they make good JRPGs anymore. Just going over the list here. Did I even play any new JRPGs this year? I did. I played I Am Setsuna. That might be the worst RPG I've ever played. Or I don't know, is it worse than Shadow Madness? I didn't play much of Shadow Madness. Treasure Hunter G is grid-based. And again, if we were to insert like grid-based strategy RPGs into the mix, like I think I'd pretty much replace all of my top 10s with strategy RPGs. Like Fire Emblem, Genealogy of the Holy War, and Radiant Dawn would probably go above almost all the games that I just listed there. Langrisser would go above all the games I just listed. Both Langrisser 1 and 2. Arc the Lad would go probably above almost all the games I just listed. Treasure Hunter G wouldn't. Treasure Hunter G had some issues. Treasure Hunter G was an extremely solid 3-star game to me. Very interesting, worth playing in a lot of ways. It's very repetitive. The combat system is interesting. That game needed to have, like, more interesting battles. Like, there needed to be, like, more carefully thought out, like, combat scenarios in that game. Like, almost all the battles in that game are just a clusterfuck of Just like a big group of enemies. Just like, oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. I just lost one. I just lost one. Holy shit. Holy shit, I'm losing again. The good times are over. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, all I need is... Hello. Fuck, I ruined it. I ruined it. I'm ruining it. This guy's gonna be 1 up on me. This guy's gonna be... No, this guy's gonna be 2 up on me. Never mind, he sucks. This guy sucks. We win. Boot Hill Heroes was all right. It wouldn't make any of my all-time lists. But yeah, Boot Hill Heroes was a good time. I wish that it were a self-contained story. I wish that game's story had been over for the length that it was. It's like Boot Hill Heroes was a good time. I don't know that I need to play 60 hours of it. Like, I don't know, it felt a bit padded. Like, if that game had been, like if at the end of each major story beat in that game, you just fought and captured one of the... What were they called? One of the bad guy gang? Why can't I remember what they were called? The Boot Hill gang, we'll call them. Like, if you just got to round them up 1 by 1, like after every major dungeon, every major plot beat, you just capture one of them. And then that's the game, over in however long that game took, 20 hours. And then I would have liked it a lot better. The nice thing about Treasure Hunter G, though, is that also the plot in that game was a bit of a mess. It started out interesting. It started out with a lot of promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of, I don't know, generic? Not a lot of intrigue. Like, it's really straightforward. It's just like, go get the bad guy. Get the treasures so you can get the bad guy. That's like the whole game, other than the twist with the monkey at the end. I guess it all led up to that lovely scene where the fairies flew around and there was that amazing music. So there's that, I guess. That game had some nice moments. Like, I liked the bit with the whale. I liked the boss fight on the whale. Pretty much everything up to the whale was sublime. Then I feel like that game kind of... I don't know. The scenarios became a bit less interesting. The game had like a wonderful sense of adventurousness about it in the early game. Then it kind of got bogged down in the main plot after that, which wasn't very interesting. Jeez. Actually, Grandia almost has the same problem, where it's like just basically a series of fun adventurous stories with Justin and co going to different locations and resolving some crisis that happens there. And like this little scenarios in each town are interesting and fun. Again, it's just like a series of fun adventure stories. It's like the adventures of Justin and his pals. It's got a nice kind of cozy feel to it, like Gulliver's Travels or something. And then it, like, the main story kind of takes over and takes focus towards the mid to end game. Except I actually like the main story in Grandia, so it's not exactly a problem in that game. Boot Hill Heroes is A tier. I mean, it's like I said, I have largely lost my taste for JRPGs. Like, I don't know, it seemed to me there wasn't that much wrong with it. It seemed like an extremely competent JRPG. It's just, you know, a competent JRPG to me is like a high 2 most of the time. Like, almost every Dragon Quest game gets a 2 for me. Actually, I'm curious, Deep Fry, do you like the Dragon Quest games? Would you rate Boot Hill Heroes higher than Dragon Quest or higher than Earthbound? Because to me, I actually would. Like, I don't really like Dragon Quest or Earthbound. So I would rate... I'd rate Boot Hill Heroes about on par with either of those. Oh, you've never played a Dragon Quest game? Good lord. Like, not even a bit of one? Like, I've never finished a Dragon Quest game, but I've tried a couple. Double gemmed. You know, I might just play through this whole versus mode. We might just go all the way here just cause we're chatting. And this is kind of something mindless for me to do while we chat. Oh, Earthbound's your #1 of all time? Yeah, fair enough. I'll have to play that on stream someday, because I kind of want to play it through, all the way through, before I play Mother 3. I want to try Mother 3, but I don't think I'll... Like, I think I'll miss some of the references and callbacks and stuff if I don't play Earthbound. Actually, have you played Mother 3, Deep Fry? Actually, for that matter, have you played Earthbound 0/Mother 1? That one I don't think I will go back to. I don't know. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that, oh, you gotta play Earthbound to get the full effect of Mother 3, so I kind of am willing to buy that. I've never heard anyone say, oh, you've gotta play Mother 1 to get the full effect of Mother 3, so I've kind of never made plans to even attempt that one. Whoa. Damn. Oh, and now this is Monsieur Boo right here, so everything we just did is stuff that we could have skipped if I'd have just played selected hard at the start. We've been doing this for like half an hour. Could have just skipped it all by playing hard mode. Played and finished Earthbound 0 back in 2020. Good for a NES RPG. So like a high 1 out of 5? Is that what you're saying? Because that's like every NES RPG for me is just like, oh god, this is unbearably slow, 1 out of 5. Encounters every 2 steps and combat takes forever. And I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Give it a 3? That's probably fair. I've watched a little bit of Mother 1 played. Or I actually watched... Not like the whole stream, but I've watched clips of Korone Inugami play that. And I don't know, she seemed like she had a good time with it. If I were to rate, like the entertainment value of watching Korone play Mother 1, yeah, I would give that a 3 out of 5. Sabu sabu mi so ni. Shabu shabu mi so ni. Oh hey, we can wipe out Teal here. Surprised you haven't played Mother 3, because yeah, a lot of people I've seen say that, like, oh, Mother 3 is even better than Earthbound. Actually, it's been about 10 years since I played Grandia. I'm a little bit, I don't know, hesitant. Like, will it hold up? Like, that game has a lot, I love Grandia, and even I'll admit, it's not a perfect game at all, even for me. It's a bit easy, it's a bit long. It's got terrible voice acting. Like, it's got some issues. But then I know I've had this feeling before, where it's like, oh, I wonder if Grandia holds up. People on the internet are saying mean things about it, and they're mostly right. Is this game really all that I remember it to be? And then I've done that a couple times, and I've gone back and I played it, and it's like every time I replay Grandia, I end up liking it more and more. I think I've done that like 3 or 4 times now. I go in worried like, oh, maybe it's not quite as good as I remembered, and I come out thinking, wow, that was better than I remembered. I have played it a little bit differently each time, or at least after the first couple playthroughs. One time I played the Grandia Redux patch, which rebalances the game to make it a bit more challenging. Also adds a new translation, which I don't like as much as the old one, but it actually did improve the gameplay. One time I did a low ball run, like a low level run, where I tried to avoid as many fights as possible. That was actually really fun, because the boss fights become really interesting if you're underleveled. Battle system really shines when you're way behind in levels. Didn't care for it. Yeah, we'll see. I think it'll be an interesting one for me to try someday. Also, I'd like to go back and finish Grandia 3 someday. I didn't like that game much at the time. Mainly just because of the story. The story didn't grab me. Neither did the characters. I just kind of dropped it due to just lack of interest. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't have the same drive to complete games that a lot of other people do. Since I've been streaming, I have a bit more of a drive to finish games. Like, I know people have joked at me before about how I drop games all the time, but I used to drop games a lot more before I started streaming. Like, if at some point I just realized that I don't care how this game ends, then I just realize I don't need to keep playing this, I can stop it. Used to do that with RPGs all the time, back in the PS2 era. I dropped Grandia 3, I dropped Final Fantasy 12. I almost dropped Final Fantasy X, but I ended up sticking with it in the end. I dropped Baten Kaitos, I dropped Dragon Quest 8. I dropped Valkyrie Profile 3. I almost dropped Star Ocean till the end of time. I was about to drop it, and then the big twist happened right in the middle, and that kind of was enough to... You know how I just said, it's like, oh, I don't care how this ends, I don't need to see where this goes. I've had enough. After the big twist happened in Star Ocean 3, I was like, okay, I need to see how this ends. I need to see where this goes. But yeah, you can see how I'm like raffle stomping the enemy AI now. Yeah, hard mode gets easier as you go on. Even though I'm 3 lines up on him, the AI is just not good enough to clear large stacks efficiently. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna get... This VOD is gonna get copyright takedown because of this soundtrack. Freaking Yoko Kanno music always gets me copyright takedowns on YouTube. I hate it. Because like a lot of her music is some of my favorites. Some of my favorite music is Yoko Kanno compositions. And every time I play one on stream, my VOD gets taken down. Ooh, your thoughts on the Mother series? Oh, yeah, I'll bookmark that. I'll bookmark this. Did you write an article for Giant Bomb? Oh no, this is like, what do they have? Like user blogs or something? Oh, it's a forum post. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'll bookmark that. I'll bookmark that and read it later. Oh, I can do that. I can do that, may as well. There you go. This is just this song right here is just from the Final Fantasy piano collections. Pedestrian, but what can I say? There's some good stuff. Good stuff on the FF6 piano collections. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da 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 da. I used to be able to play this on the piano back in the day. No probalo, Mazewell. Whoa. God, look how much I'm owning this guy. He started with a 3-line advantage. Now look at him. Now look at this chode. You know, he looks like a chode, too. Look at him, doesn't it? Like, you just think of the word chode without knowing what it means, and you would picture something that looks like that.
Yeah.
He's like a chump toad. That's what he is. Oh, actually, no, this is a chode right here. This is like a... What do you call it? Like a chad toad. A chud toad. A chode. I've never seen that animation. I've never let the dialogue play out this long. I'm just going to quickly start up some tea. I'll be right back. Hoopla. Okay. So the year in review. Let's do the year in review. I've got these games listed here. I don't think I'll be able to say too much of interest about them because I have a terrible memory, but let's see how I do. We started the year off strong with Prodigal. It's a kind of a smaller indie game that just came out, not this year, but I think like right at the very, very end of last year, like last couple weeks of December, I think Prodigal came out. It's kind of a 8-bit looking, kind of Game Boy looking, essentially Link's Awakening throwback. Strong Link's Awakening inspiration from that game. Kind of a top-down action-adventure, puzzly, dungeony kind of game. With a bit of a story emphasis on it. The whole premise is that, like, you are the prodigal son. Come back to, what was it exactly? Main character finds out that his parents just died or something. And, like, he was, So, like, yeah, your main character is, like, this prodigal son who ran off with their parents' money to seek adventure in foreign lands or something. And now they're dead, and he's kind of back to... pay his respects and also make amends and to the people he left behind and kind of wronged. So it's like you come into town at the start of the game and you're just like this total, like everyone treats you like this total piece of shit heel because like, oh, you're the guy who took his parents' money and ran off. How did that work out for you? You piece of shit. And so like everyone hates you and you're kind of, over the course of the game, kind of making amends and winning back the townspeople's trust. It's a neat little premise for a game. There's also like a romance aspect to it as well. There's like different girls about the town. Childhood friends, what? That fucking choded me. It's got great aesthetics, some great dungeons, some decent music. I liked it a lot. That game was just like overflowing with like a charm and soul and whatever else you want to call it. I gave it 4 stars in the end because like mechanically it wasn't amazing. Like the Zeldas aren't really, the dungeons aren't really Zelda tier. The combat is like really basic. Like it doesn't reach the heights of like the best Game Boy Zelda games, namely Link's Awakening. But I don't know. It was a really charming, soulful kind of game. I gave it 4 stars in the end. I wonder if it maybe deserves more. I'd like to go back and replay Prodigal sometime. They've actually added extra free DLC to that game that I haven't tried out yet. Anyways, that was Prodigal. 4 stars. I'm gonna go pour the tea. The other cool thing about Prodigal was the the developers are active on Twitch. They actually, I think one of the developers, actually hung out in my chat while I was playing that game. Got to talk to him a bit. It was cool. I didn't have much of interest to say. I didn't realize how much I liked that game until I was done playing it. It's one of those games that didn't really start to hit me, except in hindsight. I feel like I could have had like stronger words of support for the developers if I had, I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with the game, you know? I was kind of like too preoccupied with the game to realize how much I liked the game. I don't know. I'd like to return to Prodigal one of these days. Actually, you know what? Before that, I forgot about this. We finished Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Blazing Sword at the start of the year. I think I started that game in December and I finished it in January. That game was kind of an underdog because I played Fire Emblem 7 on the Game Boy Advance way back in the day and I really didn't like it. That was the game that kind of turned me off of the Fire Emblem series almost forever. Until I played Radiant Dawn on the Wii. And then that game really did turn me off of the Fire Emblem series basically forever until a couple years ago when I decided to give it another shot. But yeah, my original take on Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, that it was just like kind of dull, kind of like a vanilla strategy RPG without much to distinguish it, kind of bland mechanics, bland characters, and a bland story. And like I enjoyed it a lot more the second time around. Like I finished it, I liked it. Playing it and finishing it this year. I think I wasn't entirely wrong with my original assessment of that game. Like, I don't know, to me in a lot of ways, Blazing Sword is the least interesting Fire Emblem game. Or one of the least interesting Fire Emblem games I've played so far. But it was competent, and so I kind of enjoyed it, you know? Like, there was very little about that game that really distinguished itself to me, except that it was overall just kind of good. Kind of goes down easy, you know? It's like your vanilla Fire Emblem. It's like, I thought Mystery of the Emblem was also kind of like your bland, vanilla-flavored Fire Emblem, except mostly kind of bad. And then, yeah, Blazing Sword was basically the same thing. Just vanilla, bland Fire Emblem, except mostly good instead of mostly bad. It's like, yeah, I gave that game 3 stars, and I think that... not Mystery of the Emblem, but Blazing Sword, I gave 3 stars, and I think that's about right. Some people love that game, and I just don't get it. Like, even if you're, I don't know, if you're a Fire Emblem fan even, I can't see liking that game, like, over Thracia. Or liking that over, like, even Sacred Stones. I thought Sacred Stones was at least mildly more interesting than Blazing Sword. Or hell, yeah, Path of Radiance, or Radiant Dawn especially. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. No sense. I don't know. Maybe I might need to seek out some YouTube videos. That's one of my favorite things to do on YouTube. My favorite type of YouTube, like video critiques to seek out, is like people who have different opinions about me on games and who are like well thought out and well supported like reasons for why they like the, you know, why they have a different opinion than me on that game. There's a channel I discovered not too long ago called King K that has a couple really good videos like that. He loves Sonic Adventure 2, which is a game that I really, really hate. But yeah, he loves that game, and I think he did a good video explaining why. And he was fair about it, too. Like, I think he gave an accurate description of, like, what that game's about and what its faults are and what its charm points are. He just kind of values different things in games than I do. It's like I didn't disagree with anything that King K said in his Sonic 2 or Sonic Adventure 2 video. It's like everything he said was spot on. I just have different priorities in what I want from a video game or a Sonic game in particular.
Sweet.
Anyways, I want to seek out a video like that for Fire Emblem 7. That'll school me on like why that game's worthy of love. I think this is the first song we've heard off of Dracula Perfect Battle today. Actually, I've seen some channels do like write-ups or summaries, reviews of games. Actually, that's one of my favorite things about Borg RPG Quest's channel. He actually does like little mini reviews. Like he doesn't just score the games he's played, but he actually does little mini reviews too, which I enjoy reading. Again, he's a guy with very different priorities in like what he enjoys in games compared to me, but it's still interesting to get his takes on stuff. I'd like to do something similar. Except, I don't know, it's really difficult for me to, like, formulate words and, like, coherent sentences and stuff about the things that I think. That's why I like just saying stuff on stream, because I don't really have to put much effort into it. And if it sucks, it's like, whatever, I didn't put any effort into it. Whereas if I tried to write, like, a blurb or a mini review or something, and it still sucks after putting a bunch of thought into it, it's like, oh, put a bunch of thought and effort into expressing myself, and it still sucked. It's kind of why I dropped out of English Lit in college. I enjoyed reading literature, I enjoyed talking about and analyzing literature. I fucking hated writing essays. It was such a painstaking process, and I always hated the results in the end anyways. It's like I'd like slave over an essay for like dozens and dozens of hours and still hate the way it came out in the end. And get really mixed feedback, like on the stuff that I wrote too. Like some profs really liked the stuff that I wrote. A couple profs really disliked it, and others, it was pretty much like a even split between like profs who really liked the stuff I wrote and profs who really hated it, and profs who were kind of meh on it. I got like a gamut of like 60 like. Run my grades on essays in college English Lit ran the gamut from like 60s to 90s, depending on the prof, and it's like, okay, so it's like there's no standards to any of this. It's just like all based on like whoever the writing preferences of the person who's grading it. It's like, why do I even fucking bother? It's like there's no craft to it, you know? It's all subjectivity. There's no improving, there's just finding the right audience, you know, for your stuff. In which case, why do I need, you know, a dozen different professors to tell me a dozen different things about the shit I write? So I quit writing, and now I haven't written anything in well over a decade at this point. So I'd probably be horrible at it if I even tried to get back at it again. What were we talking about? Video games and video game reviews. We played Wind Waker HD. Can't remember if I gave that game 3 or 4 stars. I was kind of meh on the HD version too. Like I guess the graphics looked nice. Well, one thing that both of the HD versions, like I played both Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD. One thing that both of them did that I hated was replace a bunch of the treasures in the game with these stupid stamps that I don't give a shit about. It has something to do with like some Wii U like communication feature or like social networking features that the Wii U had that I just don't give a shit about, and I hate that they ripped out like a bunch of treasure boxes from the game, even if it was just crappy rupees. I would rather have a blue rupee than a frickin' rubber stamp for some social network that doesn't exist that I'm never going to use. Both of those games were kind of a bit of, like, upside downside. Again, there was like a bunch of stuff about both Twilight Princess and Wind Waker that was both better and worse than I remembered. Like, I remember Twilight Princess had a really shitty overworld. Like, brilliant dungeons, great boss fights, and then everything outside of that is really dull. Actually, the story was good too. The interactions with Midna are all solid. It's just like the town stuff, the overworld, it's all like really dull and empty. Yeah, Twilight Princess, it was a lot worse. It was a lot worse. Yeah, the Tingle Tuner thing. Yeah, that was it. That was the one. Yeah, Twilight Princess was definitely worse about the stamp thing. And then Wind Waker... Wind Waker was kind of the opposite. I remember Wind Waker having great dungeons and bosses, and pretty much all the dungeons and bosses in that game were all right, but nothing like kind of blew my socks off or anything. They were quite good. Quite good dungeons and bosses. And then the part, like, sailing the high seas was more fun and interesting than I remembered. Actually, that's right. There were a bunch of quality of life features that made sailing more bearable in Wind Waker HD. So that could have something to do with why I liked that game more. Overall, yeah, I'd say I enjoyed Wind Waker more than I remembered. And I enjoyed Twilight Princess about the same as I remembered in the aggregate. Except, yeah, there was some stuff that I forgot about that I really disliked.
Hello.
That game, as much as I kind of like the story, like, I think Twilight Princess has maybe the most fleshed out narrative out of any Zelda game. And, you know, it's good. It's a nice little story. I like the setup between Midna and Link. Like, that's just like the core of the game right there, and it's great. There's a bunch of other stuff that they spend a lot of time on that I think is just a waste. Like, there's the little resistance band in the bar in
Cool.
Hyrule Town or whatever. They, like, it seems like they're really trying to introduce them as like a likable band of scruffy misfits, but I just did not give a shit about them. I think the game wasted way too much time with those guys. What is it? The people in, what's her name? Telmina's bar? Yeah, I didn't give a shit about them at all. The Kakariko Town kids were like, okay, but again, way too much time spent on them. So yeah, the narrative bits in that game were not quite as good as I remembered. Solid games, though. I think I gave 4 stars to Twilight... Might have given 5 stars to Twilight Princess. I don't remember. Regardless of what I gave it, I think 4 stars is about right. And Wind Waker I might have given 3. Which I think is also about right. Oh, my tea just beeped. We'll do this fight first. Kind of starting to lose this one. This song is good, but doesn't fit the mood right now. Whoa. There's like a big shot of Danette's massive ass on the cover of that album. I did not realize that Danette from Soul Nomad had an ass that big. Damn it. I ruined it. I wouldn't let me set down my bombs. I'm dropping my inputs. I was like Batman from that one scene in the movie. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. I used to love that movie when I was a kid. like the old 60s Batman live-action show. That was on TV when I was a kid. Like, I wasn't a kid in the 60s, but like through reruns on whatever channel. I used to really like that show, and then we had the movie on VHS. I used to watch it a bunch.
Cool.
I probably literally didn't even understand like what was going on in that movie as a kid.
Hello.
Oh shit. Hello indeed. Anyways, video games. Actually, no. T, and then video games. How about that Sheeran the Wanderer? Sheeran the Wanderer, Tower of Fortune and Dice of Fate. I beat that game on stream, kind of. Like, I beat the main story, but the main story is only like 1/100th of like everything that there is to do in that game. That was kind of the downfall of Sheeran, Tower of Fortune, etc., for me. It's like, I thought that the old Sheeran games were pretty, like, content-rich to begin with. Like, I never did the 100-floor dungeon in, like, the original Sheeran on Super Nintendo. Like, those games have always had, like, a deep post-game that's, like, you know, even more substantial than the main story. And then, yeah, Dice of Fortune just takes it to the next level. It's like, oh, you thought that one 100-floor dungeon was a lot to deal with? Here's 100 100-floor dungeons. Have at it. It's like, it really took it to the level where it's like Sheeran is now one of those roguelikes that you can just play for the rest of your life. They're just like the old traditional roguelikes. Like, you can play Angband for years and years and never see a win. You can play NetHack or Tome for just like years and years and like never run, and just like the well of depth in those games will just never run dry. There's always new things to do, new things to discover. And I feel like Sheeran has now become one of those games with, yeah, Tower of Fortune and Dice of Fate. Except I'm not really in the market for that type of game. Like, I've got more like endless replayability type games than I can even keep track of right now. Like, my big ones are obviously Tome, which I'm kind of starting to sour on a little bit. A little bit soured on Tome at the moment. Don't know when I'll go back to it. And then, it's not a roguelike, but Age of Wonders Planetfall is a game I'd like to go back to and do a lot more with someday. Hell, I'd like to go back to Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup one of these days and, like, relearn how to play that game and maybe get a win. It's like, I don't know, I ain't got time for Sheeran, you know? I feel like the main story was enough for me. Maybe one of these days. Hey, Lork. I'm doing alright. I'm just doing a casual, I don't know what this is. The game showcase is kind of over. I was kind of done showing this game off after like an hour, and we're kind of just chatting about video games. I guess I'm doing my year-end retrospective. Talking about all the games we played in 2021. There's about 45 of them. I've covered about 5 so far. How are you doing? Is work good? I trust that work is good, as always. Oh, hey, we can clear that. Whoa! No, we can't!
Cool.
Actually, my work's kind of going alright now. Things were really busy right after Christmas. To the point where, like, I have no time to do anything. That's kind of the reason I like my job. Is even though the pay isn't really anything, I get to spend half the day just browsing the internet. Reading Twitter and 4chan and various forums and whatever else I want to do. I haven't really had time for that in like the whole between Boxing Week and like all the crazy restock in January. It's like I have an actual job except without the money now. But that's kind of slowed down now. Things are kind of back to normal. Get to enjoy my time at work now. Been off since the 6th? Oh yeah. Just taking some time, or... Oh, got some fish. Nice. I love fish. Like that you caught yourself or that you bought from the store. Did you go ice fishing? I've never been ice fishing. I had the opportunity when I was younger, but I didn't take it, and I've regretted it ever since. Oh, started class. Nice. You bought a 2 fish. Oh, shit. He's on. I'm up 1 on him. I'm up 1. We should be good. It's been a while since I had fish. Actually, I guess that's not true. I had a fish taco for supper like a month ago. Well, I mean, are you taking English classes? That would certainly help with that. Get educated, or what was the old song go? Swinging on a star. You could be better than you are. You could be swinging on a star. I listened to that kind of shit when I was in high school. English is hard? Fair enough. I mean, anything worth doing is. What were you taking classes for? I feel like you told me before, but I'm bad at remembering the things that people tell me.
Sweet.
I unboxed like 40 packages of board games today,
Yeah.
so that was productive. I don't mind actually the unboxing stuff because that's just like super mindless and time just flies by while I'm doing it. It's like having to deal with customers and sales all day that drains me. So it's like I'm actually fine doing restock and unboxing shit for like a long time during a shift. It's just when there's like constant customers in and out of the store that it kind of drains me a bit. Hence why we haven't really done any after work streams in December. Needed chem for extra attack, so chem 30. Woo! Did I take chemistry in college? I know I took some kind of... I think I took physics. I think I took... You know what? I did take chemistry, but it wasn't like one of those classes where I learned anything. That was like one of those classes where I didn't attend classes at all, and I just like skimmed the textbook for like a few hours before each exam and like skated by with a like 60% in that class and didn't learn anything. You know how it is? Like sometimes with like math classes where it's like you can learn how to do stuff without really understanding how it works. It's like, okay, yada yada yada, here's the theory, whatever. Just tell me what this shit means and tell me what
Cool.
to plug into the formula. Tell me what numbers to pull out, tell me what ones to put into the formula. That's kind of how I approached chemistry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just skip the long answer questions. Yeah, chemistry was that kind of class for me. Oh, I was terrible at labs, too. Have you had to do... Or I guess you just started, so you haven't had to do chemistry labs.
Hello.
Sweet. We're actually approaching the end here. We might actually finish this before too long. Hot. Yeah, that was the thing I liked. See, that's why I never took biology, is because as I understand it, biology is more like memorization heavy. Like, I don't know. I never took biology, so I don't know much about it. But my impression was that it's more like labeling diagrams and like anatomy and stuff than it is like any mathematics of any kind. Also a lot of like giant Latin words. None of which is really my bag in the slightest. Oh wait, this is from that Xenogears album. I think I'm gonna get my video removed for this one too. It doesn't matter. This will be, what do they call it? An unarchived stream today, I guess. What song is this from Xenogears anyways? Does anyone know? Oh, this is, fuck, what's it called? The desert town. Dazzle? Or the other one, Ava. It's either Ava or Dazzle. Anyways. Oh, you've been watching Maison Ikoku. Nice, nice. Yeah, I like that show a lot. It's like one of the only, pretty much the only good romantic comedy I've seen out of like any anime. Like almost every rom-com I've seen when it comes to anime does the stupid thing where it's like it feels the need to preserve the status quo forever. So it's like anytime it looks like the leads are going to progress their relationship in some way, like some stupid shit happens and they just revert back to square one. Inuyasha was doing that shit all the time. Hated that. But yeah, Maison Ikoku is actually like a progressing story. Like the characters undergo quite a few changes over the course of the series. And it's like the situation and the dynamics between the characters actually like change over time. Like what's his name? Like Godai starts out as like the what is it? Out of work loner, or not loner, but like the, what do they call him? Ronin, who like failed his college entrance exams, so he's like not able to get into college, so he's kind of like in limbo. And he kind of moves on from that and does other things and moves on with his life. Like he actually has a life. The characters have lives. Other than, you know, the other people in the apartment. They're kind of just set decoration and there to comment on the situation. They're there for fun. What was her name? The redhead. Akemi? She was definitely there for fun. I think my favorite part of that show was the rivalry, like the love triangle between shit, what was her name? I can't actually remember the female leading lady's name, because he never called her by her name. She was like, what? I forget the Japanese word. Kanbemi-san! Like, that's what he called her. Like Miss Property Manager or whatever the Japanese word is. Started with a K. Kyoko. Anyways, between like Godai, Kyoko, and I forget the guy's name. But yeah, like kind of the bad guy. Sort of. That's the other thing I like too, is like the main character's romantic rival wasn't really a bad guy. Like he was a bit of a jerk and he was like rich and stuff, but he wasn't like a bad person overall. He was just, you know, better than Godai. It's like he was better than Godai and at pretty much everything and was kind of a smug jerk about it. How far along are you into the series anyways? I guess I don't want to spoil anything. Because yeah, like I said, it actually does have a continuing story, so there are actually kind of spoilers. I've been, as I do with a lot of series that I really get into, I binged through Maison pretty quickly. I think I went through the whole series in like a few weeks. I think it's like 100 and something episodes, 6 seasons maybe. Oh yeah, Yotsu yeah, was yeah, the neighbor. Yeah, I liked him too. Ooh. Can we do yellows here? Actually, that's another thing we could do. Year in review for like shows that I watched. Did I watch anything last year other than The Expanse? Oh yeah, I guess I watched the first couple seasons of the new Legend of Galactic Heroes. Except I don't think I have much to say about it, except that it was alright. It's a decent way to get into... what's the abbreviation? The full title is Ginga Eiyu Densetsu. Holy shit, he tied it up. We could actually game over here. Okay, game face, game face. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. Okay, we got a bad pattern. This is a bad pattern to start off. Okay, we need greens. Thank you. Okay, that's not the color I wanted. But yeah, like, I don't know, like the new Legend of Galactic Heroes is okay if you want to get into the series and you really hate the way old anime looks, but yeah, I don't know, I feel like the old series is better in pretty much every way. Oh yeah, this chump just got lucky. He just got lucky last time. We got this guy. Damn it! Oh, actually that's good. Actually that's perfect for us. That's not perfect for us. That is decidedly imperfect. Oh, this is too close. This is too close for comfort. Oh, our undefeated streak is about to be over. I mean, we're not undefeated, but I might game over here. Do you get a bad ending if you game over in this game? I know in Tetris Attack, you don't get the best ending unless you remain undefeated. Sweet!
Yeah.
Just win? We did just win. Oh, wow. Okay, I was talking shit before when I said that the early stages were easier than the later ones. I completely forgot. Like, I thought you always stayed at like a 2 to 3 row advantage. I didn't realize that the enemies started with like only 2 or 3 rows to clear in the final stages. Okay, there's a chain. I'll even things up a bit. There's no way. There's no way we can do this. He's only got 2 colors left. We're so fucked. Okay, kill his bombs. No pink, no pink. Okay, there's another chain. We gotta stall him out with chains. Like, I need to keep filling his board with shit. He's gonna clear it out. He's gonna clear it out. It's getting tight. He's got fewer colors to clear, but I have less material on the board to clear. Oh, we just need blues. We just need blues. Is this blue? It's blue! Oh, that was tight. This is actually kind of exciting. Trying to get through your backlog with shorter titles. Oh, yeah. I was actually surprised at how much I liked Maison, too. Because, again, it's like a massive, long-running series, and I'm the same way. I don't like super, tremendously long-running, just, endless shows. Like One Piece, Naruto, all that stuff that just never ends. Just forget about it. Ain't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Shit. Well, he's got us here. We're just getting no luck. No luck with the drops here. This is not the shit we needed. This is not the shit we needed. He's gonna clear his entire board. There we go, before I get a single white. Oh, we didn't even get the chain. Didn't even chain. Oh, he seems to be fucking it up, at least.
Cool.
Okay, there's one chain. He bounced back from that pretty easily. Still not doing great here. How is that not a chain? How is that not a chain? Okay, our enemy seems to be slowing down here. Oh, there's our red. There's our red. We can even clear these yellows while we're at it. Not the color we needed. Yeah, look at how bad the AI is. He like had this in the bag and he's fucking it up. He's choking on it. Oh yeah, speaking of the year in review, does anyone remember ActRaiser Renaissance? Will anyone remember ActRaiser Renaissance? Like, I feel like that game kind of came and went, and everyone was kind of interested, because it did some kind of interesting things, but it was super long and kind of bad. Don't think we're gonna make it. It's gonna be tight, but we're not gonna make it. Oh, so close. Okay. We need, like, total focus here. Oh, I fucked that up. I could have gotten a 4 out of that. Okay. We gotta be careful here. How do I turn this into a 4? Like this. Oh god, he's almost done. That's the other element of RNG here. It's not just the drops you get, it's how good the enemy decides he wants to be. He's decided to be really good this time. I can't believe he's clearing so fast. Okay, we've got to make a 4 somewhere. There it is. There's our gem. It's the worst possible color we could have gotten for that. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Look at all these bombs I've got built up. Jeez, I'm not clearing very efficiently here. Okay, there's blue gone. The problem is I'm not clearing any colors, because I'm getting shit drops. Okay, there's red gone.
Cool.
Shit. Shit. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, we should be able to pull this out. I'm getting... God, every time I'm about to clear a color, they just drop another one. Okay, okay, we're lucking out here. We're lucking out. There it is. There it is. Alright, we're 1 up. I think this is like the third last battle in this mode. Ruined that. Okay, I didn't exactly want to do that. We need to get our black bomber here. Black bomb. There he is. There he is. Oh, cool. 2 black bombs. That's really not what I wanted. Oh, and a black gem, too. That's really, really not what I wanted. Maybe we can make it work. Shit. Okay, we kind of made that work. Oh, he's zooming along. He's zooming along. Ah, fuck. He's gonna catch up. We got 2 gems lined up here. Get bent. Get bent. Get wrecked and bent. Get backed. Okay, we're catching up. Fucking input drops. There we go. Not what we wanted. We only have yellows. Only yellows. That... Okay, we got really lucky at the end there. Whew! What? Oh, shit. We missed the pink. I missed the pink. There we go. I think we got the bunny rabbit and then Wario himself. Yeah. Oh, I'm the Woodslands hero now. Yeah, I gotta do better than my best if I want to pass. I haven't caught any AGDQ yet. Like, normally I would watch stuff like that at work, but I was unboxing shit all day at work. Did that just start today or a couple days ago? I've been watching less and less AGDQ lately. Just like in the last couple years, it's like, I don't know. I should branch out more. Like, I tend to watch the same runs every year, so it's like, oh, do I really want to watch Super Metroid for the 4th year in a row? I should really just, like, watch some games that I'm not familiar with.
Cool.
Broaden my horizons. I haven't even looked at the timetable yet. Have you seen any good runs yet? Oh, started Sunday. I'm way behind. Actually, Sunday was just yesterday, wasn't it? Never mind. Here I am thinking it's Wednesday today because I'm streaming. Actually, what I should probably do is just find some runners that I like and just watch everything that that they play. Like, I like Caveman a lot. Caveman's probably my favorite GDQ runner.
Sweet.
Oh, nice, we killed him. That's awesome. That's right, kill the bunny. Kill the fucking bunny. With our claws. And our mushroom hat. Okay, we need greens. The last run was Pumpkin Jack. I don't know what that is. But yeah, world record at an event is always hype. I mean, I don't know how competitive Pumpkin Jack is as a speedrun game. I mean, hell, even if it only has one runner, a personal best is always an impressive thing to see at a run. At an event or whatever. Shit. Motherfuck. Stop it! See, this is what I was talking about before. The screen gets, like, so filled up with shit, the game starts lagging, which means that it starts dropping inputs. Might be able to squeak this out. That was the worst place for that to spawn. We got it. Oh, this is a good one. This actually isn't a video game arrangement. I guess I have some vocal tracks. I have, like, some video game vocal tracks in here, too. This is... most of you guys probably know this one. Or at least if you played the exact same games as me. This is the Japanese intro. The intro from the Japanese version of Mega Man X4. Makenai Aidate, I think. They'll say it. They'll say it when the chorus kicks in. Okay, this is all gonna come down to RNG, who gets their bombs first. That's not entirely true, the AI is pretty dumb. Well, probably... Even if they did get the right bombs, he wouldn't know what to do with them. 3 world records so far this year. What kinds of games, though? Because, like, there are some games where it's like, oh yeah, I'm the only person who runs this game. I got a personal best, which equals world record. Like, some games are insanely competitive. Those tend to be the ones that I tend to like watching, especially like the race events, like the Mega Man races, the Metroid races. Tends to be the stuff that I've like made an effort to go out of my way to catch in the past. Mario races always get pretty hyped too.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think I heard it there. Makenai aidate, which I think which I have seen translated on the internet as "fighting love cannot lose," which I think is a great title for a Mega Man theme song. Okay, that's not what we wanted there. I mean, it's what we wanted, but it's not where we wanted it, and I've ruined it. Shit, Wario's gonna kick my ass. Whoa! Actually, we might be able to make something work out of that. Okay, Wario's a fucking dipshit. Stop it! You gotta be kidding. I was about to turn that into a gem. Oh, we're so fucked. Okay, we cleared white. That's a good start. I might actually die here. Like, not just lose, but die. I think I will actually lose to filling up here. No, Wario's gonna clear it. Wario's gonna clear it before I can die. That's something. That'll actually just make it easier for him to clear now. If I can just keep doing this. If I can just keep... Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this real? Is this comeback real? If it's gonna be real, I'm gonna need some blue bombs here. I gave up on blue bombs right before it gave me blue bombs. Holy shit. He's choking. Wario's throwing here. Okay, Wario's striking back. Oh god, Wario's striking back hard. Okay, we're fucked. No, it's over. Ah, wow, we're one down. We're one down on Wario. This is fucking impossible. Look at this shit. He's got 3 fucking rows to clear. I can't remember if this game has continues. I hope it does. I would hate to just game over right at the end here. Man, would that be impressive if I could get to the end of hard mode without using any continues here, though. Okay, we need reds. We need reds badly. Ooh! That was almost horrible. Okay, this is another Yoko Kanno song. Fuck it. This is a brilliant Yoko Kanno song. I don't care if this video gets taken off YouTube. I'm gonna let this play out. Fuck you, Yoko Kanno. I'm gonna share your music with my viewers even if you don't want me to. It's probably not her, it's probably like the record company or whatever, but... Okay, now we need pinks. There's the pink. Okay, now RNG's cooperating with us. Ooh, and how? Okay, big cooperation from RNG here. Oh, this is gonna be tight. This is gonna be tight. Shit, shit, shit. That was bad luck. Okay, okay, Wario's throwing. Wario's throwing. I wonder what the world record is for this game. You know, I think I've seen this game played at GDQ before. And, like, I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know. First of all, it's kind of a boring speedrun game. Like, I would never play this game if I was trying to entertain people. Instead, I'm just, like, you know, trying to do my thing. This is the kind of game I play when I'm trying to do my thing, you know? But anyways. I think I saw this at GDQ. And it looked to me like the player wasn't very good. I remember looking at it and thinking, like, I can do better than this. Okay, we can make this work. We can make this work. Oh, we're catching up. We're catching up already. Okay, white gem's the worst possible gem, but it's something. Okay, we can get rid of greens too. Hello! More like goodbye. That was awful timing for us. I was about to eliminate all kinds of shit there. Okay, we got a chain set up. If I can get a blue bomb. Blue bomb. Not that blue bomb. Light blue bomb. There it is.
Cool.
Woo! Okay, let's do reds. Okay, let's do reds. Hello. Alright, we got this, we got this. Hey there, Neo Sigma. You're about just in time to see me own the shit out of hard mode. Hard versus mode on Wario's Woods. That was actually closer than I thought it would be. He cleared fast at the end there. Trying to stay up to watch the Beast Wars. Beast Wars? I might have to see what that is. I mean, I don't tend to watch the live runs. I don't see much point since, you know, there's like not really much of a chat to participate in, but I try to catch VODs for the runs I'm interested in. Alright, we just gotta win one more. Man, I forgot how lopsided this got. I almost never play this on hard mode. I prefer round clear to versus in this game, so I almost never play versus mode, let alone hard versus mode. Okay, this is a bad start. Got one gem out of it. Might be able to convert this to a gem. Nope. Oh, you own a copy of this game. Nice. I've actually never seen physical copies of this game in the wild before. Oh, oh, perfect. Oh, the timing on that was great. I'm going too slow here, though. Gotta pick up the fucking pace. This is another song that tends to get me copyright struck when I play it on YouTube VODs, but I think that ship has sailed at this point, so fuck it. This will be the stream. This will be an unarchived stream where you guys get to hear all the good music. Okay, we've regressed horribly here. Okay, we need a lot of gems here. Okay, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. Oh! That was good. Oh, we're doing it! Boom! Mmm! Eat shit, Wario! Wario time is over! Ha! He literally got bent. We bent his mustache. Are we gonna get another code for like super hard mode? Where it's like your screen is filled to the top and the enemy's only got one line to clear? Whew, that was fun. I forgot how intense hard mode gets. Oh, that one sound channel, that one sound effects sound channel is coming through with the end credits music. I was doing my end of the year rundown and we only got through like 6 games out of 45. What else did we play this year? We played Rockin' Cats. I love that game. It's my favorite NES game. 5 stars, obviously. Final Fantasy VII. Good game. Solid game. One of the better Final Fantasies. 4 out of 5. Just kidding. I'd give Final Fantasy VII a 5 out of 5. Sweet Home. Didn't actually play it all the way through to the end. Got kind of boring after 10 hours. 5 out of 5. Brilliant game. Invented the survival horror genre. Vandal Hearts for the Sega Saturn. Classic. Best version of the best strategy RPG. 5 out of 5. Easy. Mr. Gimmick. That game's really hard if you go for the good ending. It's kind of hard if you go for the basic ending. One of the best for the NES. 5 out of 5. Tales of Vesperia. Liked it a lot in hindsight. Neat little story that subverts a lot of JRPG cliches and Tales cliches. Didn't appreciate it as much at the time, but I like it a lot in hindsight. 3 stars for Tales of Vesperia, but it's like a high 3 stars, you know? Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. It's okay. It was pretty good. It was better than Blazing Sword. 3 out of 5 with like a higher 3 out of 5 than Blazing Sword. Did I give it 4? I can't remember if I gave Sacred Stones 4. I think I gave it 3. If I didn't give it 3, it deserves 3. World of Final Fantasy. I didn't really play enough of that game to give it a rating. No, that's it. It doesn't give you the try hard or nerd play hard mode screen at the end there. But yeah, that's it. And then there's one other mode, I guess if we're still pretending that this is a showcase. There's time race mode, where it just gives you a screen of enemies to clear out, and you try to kill them as fast as possible. And it gives you a medal based on how quickly you clear them for each difficulty. I have gold medals on everything, because I'm kind of decent at this game. Anyways, it's good seeing you, Neo Sigma, but that's the end of the stream. I got work tomorrow, and I was only planning on going for a few hours today anyways. We'll see if we can be consistent about this. I'd love to do another, like, few hours tomorrow after work. We'll see how it goes. But that's Wario's Woods. We cleared stage 100 of the round game. We cleared hard mode versus calm from stage 1. That's a good showing. I got to show off my Wario Woods skills for everyone else. Maybe that'll be it. That'll be my motivation to, I won't be watching Astalon live. When is it? You said it was in like 5 hours, right? I'm not going to stay up for 5 hours to watch GDQ. I mean, I might lie awake in bed with my phone open on Twitch for 5 hours. But like, I'm not going to be on my computer in 5 hours. Yeah, 4:20 a.m. 4:20. In spite of that, no. An hour after Beast Wars. I don't know. We'll see. What's running right now, anyways? Does any of you guys have a link to the schedule? I mean, I guess I could just search it. I didn't mean to do that. That's the wrong window to be searching. Oh, wait. It's supposed to be shuffled. We heard that one already. We heard that one already. We heard that one already. Fuck, it ruined my shuffle when I accidentally clicked out of the window. Oh, this is a good one. AGDQ 2022 schedule. Oh, you did it already. Thank you. Okay, so this goes right from Sunday. How do I tell like what the current... I guess I can just scroll to the current one. Is this in my local time? Is it like coded to be in my local time, or is... Oh, it's all start-in times are converted to your local time. Nice. So, it's 12:08 right now. So they're doing Samurai Jack right now. Yeah, right. Male Mole, Antichamber, Judge Dredd. Ooh, Bust a Move 4. Act Razor. Ooh, Act Razor Race. I might actually be interested in that. It's at 4:28. Oh wait, that's January. That's January morning. That's January morning. We're Tuesday morning. So it's Hitman right now, or Serious Sam? Oh yeah, there it is. Beast Wars Transformers at 2:52 a.m. Oh, Metal Warriors! Metal Warriors is a fucking rad game. Actually, damn, I need to watch some of these. There's some cool stuff here. Marathon? Have they run Marathon at the GDQ Marathon before? But yeah, Metal Warriors is an awesome game. I've been wanting to stream that for a while. Willow? Bucky... Okay, they've done Bucky O'Hare. I've seen Bucky O'Hare. Cryon Conquest I've seen. Oh yeah, and I was going to search for like who's streaming what. Where's Caveman? Caveman's not on here! What the fuck? I can't think of any other runners that I like. Or there's, what's his name? Big John? I like Big John. Big John's not on here. What the fuck kind of marathon is this? How about Spike Vegeta? He's usually a host and presenter these days. Yeah, pre-show, recap. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's running anything anymore. Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I don't think I'd watch that. It's a game called Younglit. Yinglit. That's way on Thursday, though. Actually, what are they gonna be running when I'm at work tomorrow? That's the question. So yeah, I'm up. I'm working. Oh, what the fuck? Final Fantasy 13. It's like Final Fantasy 13 pretty much half the day that I'm at work. 9 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. What is that? That's like a 5-hour run. So for like 5 hours, half my shift tomorrow is going to be Final Fantasy 13. That's just genius. No, I don't want to watch 3 hours of Kingdom Hearts. Apparently, I'd rather watch. I'll be able to watch. Yeah, so I'll be at work at 10:30, so I'll be able to watch 4 hours of Final Fantasy 13. Oh, they're running Ratchet and Clank. They're running Ratchet and Clank. Apparently, it only takes them like 30 minutes to run that guy. Yeah, are you still there, Deep Fry? You spent however many hundreds of hours 100%ing that game. These guys are going to clear Ratchet and Clank in half an hour. You can learn to play efficiently. I don't know how many dozens of hours Deep Fry spent 100%ing that game. Little did he know, if he'd have just waited, he could have learned how to do it in half an hour. Why is all the good stuff like in the middle of the fucking night? Like all the runs I'd want to see. Marathon 2, Metal Warriors, Astalon, Willow. Oh, Gargoyles Quest 2. I think I might have seen that before. It's all in like the ungodly hours of the early morning. And then in the middle of the day, what do we get? Final Fantasy 13, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal. Like a bunch of bullshit that nobody gives a shit about, by which I mean I don't give a shit about. Dead Rising. Tormented Souls. Do I know what that is? That sounds familiar. Yeah, that's like most like PS2 era 3D games. Put password, you just like launch yourself out of bounds and just float outside of the level. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly scroll through the list here. Is there anything on here that's gonna blow my mind? Oh, hey, the Sonic block. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2. I'm gonna play that game later this month during my vacation week. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Diddy Kong Racing All Trophy. Oh, all trophy races. That's not like 100%. Oh, it looks like there's like a bad games section here. Tasmania, Mega Mem, Captain Novolin, Bart's House of Weirdness. Yeah, that looks like that's the Kusoge block right there. Yeah, I need to pay better attention to like the... Really, I think the better thing to do rather than watching for specific games is to watch for specific runners. I'm pretty bad about keeping track of like who actually runs who the runners are for like the games that I've enjoyed watching the most. Actually, I see Feasel here. Feasel is a cool guy. Oh, of course, he's on the daily recap. Of course, that's the other thing, is all the best runners, or like the most entertaining ones with the best commentary, get promoted to presenters and don't actually run anything anymore. Is Feasel actually running anything this year? Nope, he's pretty much all on daily recap. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's all other, again, it's all other stuff it's like I've seen all the games that I'm interested in get run before. Actually, here's a question. Okay, they're not running Wario's Woods. They're not running Wario's Woods. Ooh, they're running Blazing Chrome. I would watch Blazing Chrome, because oh, fuck. Arcade mode normal, fuck off. I'm not watching Blazing Chrome on normal mode. Defeats the whole point of the game there. Because yeah, I think you get unlimited lives on normal mode. Like, what's even the point? There's no tension. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Is that an actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Game? Like playing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game? That might actually be interesting, because that's like pure RNG, isn't it? Or are they running any Fire Emblem this year? I remember the Fire Emblem, like it used to be kind of a tradition. I think they used to run Fire Emblem at almost every GDQ event. It became kind of a meme over in on Brick Road's channel. He used to host GDQ, and he'd like chat with his crew over top of it, and they'd like make fun of the Fire Emblem run every year, because why the fuck would you run like a 7-hour Fire Emblem game at a GDQ where literally every input is like memorized because like the RNG is seeded in those games. Okay, there's no Fire Emblem this year. It was made before the card game? I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a card game. Oh, or is this the one? I think I've seen this actually. Now that I think I watched Toya Hachijo play this game. Is this the one where it's like on a grid with like chess pieces? I'm gonna look this up on Game FAQs. I think I watched Toya Hachijo play this game. No, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Yeah, this isn't the one I was thinking of. War of the Rose. Because thinking back on that game in my mind, I think the one I'm thinking of was a PS2 game. I actually used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! On the Game Boy Advance. I liked that game quite a bit. Actually, was it Yu-Gi-Oh! Or was it Digimon? Maybe I'm stupid. It might have been a Digimon game. Yeah, I think I'm stupid. I think it was a Digimon game that I was thinking of. Whatever. All card games are the same to me. Oh, I think I have seen this one too. Yeah, the Duelists of the Roses. I think I've seen this one too. Yeah, this also looks familiar to me. Cool. Ha, they got Black Magician Girl on the back cover. It's over 850 cards, but this is really the only one that you care about. What else we got? Portal Reloaded. I don't even know what that is. Oh, Christ. Stepmania ITG? Seriously? How can you even speedrun that? It's a rhythm game. It's not even a speedrun at that point. You're just... Oh, hey, Spooty Biscuit. I don't know him personally, but I remember him from my days back in the Stepmania community. He made good step charts. I used to play them at the campus arcade. I think he might have... Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. I think he might have the one... No, it wasn't him. It was someone else. I had, like, file storage space that I bought at one of the rhythm game websites to host, like, a bunch of my files. And I also hosted a bunch of, like, my favorite note charts, like custom note charts for Stepmania. I was big into double play mode, and there weren't a lot of good resources for like good double mode charts, so I uploaded all the good ones I could find from whatever source. I don't think it was Spooty Biscuit, but someone else like actually issued like a takedown request to the site owner. It's like, hey, he's posting my files up there without permission. I don't want those on the internet anymore. They're not reflective of my current quality standards of work. And it annoyed me because like you can't find those note charts anywhere else on the internet, but anyways, I still have them on my computer. I could upload them again anytime I wanted to. Donut Country. I don't know what that is. I was gonna go to bed. Yeah, I like talking to you guys, but I'm gonna go to bed. I got work tomorrow, and I'll be streaming again in a couple days. Anyways, maybe even tomorrow, but definitely in a couple days. We're gonna start up Resident Evil 0 on Wednesday, and that will be a good time. You can watch it if you want to, and if you don't, you know, be well anyways. I won't hold it against you. Yeah, thanks. Have a good night, Lork, y'all, and I'll see you guys next time.